One. And we are recording, I do believe, once again. Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Casual Pleb Productions. Once again, Redford is absent, but, the loyalist to the cause, Evan, is here as always, albeit
Hello, everyone.
30 minutes late. Asshole.
Sleep is required.
Anyway, E3 1997. Evan, according to him, which I don't know if that's a credible source, but okay, says this was the year he started really getting into the whole gaming scene.
You're not going to find this on Wikipedia, I'll tell you that.
You're not that famous yet.
I hope if I'm ever famous, it has to be in a very niche way, because I wouldn't be able to handle
You
the
want your
attention.
own page on FootWiki.
I'd hate it if random people bothered me all the time. Gonna be honest.
You want your own page on FootWiki? What? Actually,
No, but Wiki.
that's an actual site, by the way.
No, I'm not surprised to hear this. My brother is constantly like, "Bro, we need to do OnlyFans."
No. I got it backwards. It's called WikiFeet.
That's even better.
Let's see.
And it kind of related though. My high school girlfriend was like really obsessed with my feet for some reason. They're so soft. You're welcome, Internet. We're off to a good start. 1997 is the first year I played video games. I was 7 years old. I remember it rather vividly. It was a very good year for video gaming as well, if I recall. Of course, I got everything like a year or two after it came out at that point in time, but still, I mean, those games were good enough that everybody in the block would still like want to come and play them and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be reminiscing a lot throughout this.
Okay. So I wanted to look it up. Remind myself what rating system WikiFeet uses. Apparently, they've got. I don't know, like, if it's a full-on other website or just like a subdomain or whatever, but they've got WikiFeet Men. Let's see. Markiplier has a WikiFeet rating of 5 stars. So they use the 5-star system.
The
What
5-star system sucks.
Yeah,
I actually hate it.
What rating do you think out of 5 stars your feet would get, Evan?
I don't know. Are big feet good?
I don't know.
What makes a good foot anyway? Like, is it the measure of the arch? Like, I don't know
we need some foot fetishists to give us their rating criteria down in the comments, so that we know if we have good feet or not.
I'd say at least I don't have weird goblin feet. Like, I know that much, but
anyway,
maybe the Hobbit foot is good or something.
Anyway, as my dog begins to howl, I think we should start the video.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I miss those graphics.
The next generation.
And they had like this weird popping out quality, and it was like, I don't know how to describe the movement, but it's like something was pulling it along. Yeah. It didn't quite look natural. Live on tape.
Including review of E3 1996, making of Twisted Metal 2, all rights and trademark.
That game was amazing.
Yeah.
I played it in 98.
And now it's showtime.
We should play Twisted Metal. I think we'd have a lot of fun just doing multiplayer for that. Such a sexy sound.
It is.
I mean, that's half the reason why I wanted to play PlayStation in the first place.
Like PS1, 2, and 3 I love the boot up sounds.
Just imagine, like,
trade show dedicated to the video game industry.
PS4 boot
You
up
might have heard
sound?
about it
Don't
in gaming
remember it.
magazines and maybe even seen a few
PS5,
pictures.
does it even
But
have
now,
a boot
through
up
the use of
sound?
time-lapse photography, the Underground takes you for a quick look inside E3 and the making of Sony's outrageous booth from the ground up.
Ooh.
Oh, they're actually building the show floor.
Yeah, yeah.
That's neat. But yeah, imagine a very rudimentary surround sound from '97, just at full blast when the PlayStation's turned on. That was kind of like my introduction to the PlayStation. It was intense. Of course, at a rich friend's house, which is how you played most video games back in the '90s. Because boy, you could only afford a few games. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
There's something very satisfying about time lapses of things being built.
Yeah. I'm completely with you there. Well, it's like the satisfaction from building something, but you get to see it happen a bit faster.
Like you don't have to wait 5 weeks to have
exactly.
it happen in real time.
There's definitely something primal about it, for sure.
You know, I think I'm gonna put WikiFeet in like the tags for this video.
As a troll, yeah, that'd be funny.
I mean, it's not really a troll when we did discuss it in the video.
It's like works cited.
Watch that actually bring in more traffic.
Also, F you English teachers, I've never used MLA format in my adult life.
MLA?
And will never use it again. Yeah, you know how you do your works cited? At the bottom, we use something called MLA format, which is like this English class-only format that books use APA. So It's like a complete waste. And I kept telling my teachers, we should use APA since books use APA, but no. We had to use MLA, and I've never used it again. It's literally just to justify English teachers' existence after a certain point.
Yeah.
It's like, I can read a book, damn it.
There are a lot of aspects of school education that just refuse to update themselves in any meaningful way.
Which is why I'm not going to be sending my kids to public school or private school, in fact. I can do a better job. Despite my limitations, I can do a better job. It's simply a matter of organization of what you teach them when.
I'd at least hire like a few tutors to have.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
If you're going to go the homeschool route.
Yep. Ideally, that's what. Ideally, I would marry a wife that would have that skill set and would want to do that, right? Because you can't homeschool without. The other person being on board, because it's usually a two-person job. Or it's like, the other person's the one who like teaches them while you go working, kind of thing.
I don't have any major preference when it comes to schooling. If/when I have kids, I'll probably like put them through the standard system, but like give them my own brand.
221 demo stations.
Yeah, but also like add in my own brand of education when they're not at school.
Metal Gear Solid education.
I will teach them to kill people and be autistic.
Dun, 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 dun.
Are those two things related? I'll let you decide.
Oh, where are you're gonna have to like find my studies. It'd be funny if they were related. It's like
what? Being autistic and killing people?
Yes.
I love that
got the
style of
cops.
hat.
They do look cool. Also, that guy needs a bigger uniform.
Like, I don't even know if that's part of the uniform. I think that guy just brought his own hat.
No, it's probably part of the uniform. It looked like it had a thing.
That's my own headcanon, Evan. Don't ask.
Oh, they still have TVs there, too. Interesting.
I think this is the start of the transition to E3 being a slightly more public event.
Yeah, looks like it. Well, I mean, last time they really did a good job, so I'm not actually surprised. And at this point, video games were getting a bit more mainstream.
Yeah.
Like my parents knew what they were.
Early
Like
to mid
boomers knew what video
2000s
games were.
is when video games really stopped being like the loser nerd thing.
I mean, it was loser nerd until 2005, I would say. But like, you know, basically everybody played Call of Duty and shit in 2005. So it was like an unspoken thing that everybody did it anyway.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know, but they look like hazard suits.
Is this advertising Among Us? No, that's a dumb joke. So this happened on the, let's see, this is an American portion. So this would have been 19th of June?
Yep. Because apparently every other country has the month first, which makes way more sense.
Not every other country. Some countries put the year first. Don't ask me why.
Because you never say it like that in a sentence, as far as I know, for any language. Because in Japanese, you say the month first. I know that.
Personally, day, month, year just makes the most sense because it's going from smallest to biggest.
Yep. Oh, and this one we're doing the show floor first. That's probably better, to be honest.
The American way of doing it makes the second most amount of sense because it's the way most Americans say it. They'll say
the 15th of June.
June 15th.
Or June 15th, yeah. You can say it either way and be correct.
But putting the year first, I don't know where that comes from. I don't make
Back when EA Sports actually did a good job on their sports games.
I mean, they still.
I bought from them exclusively for sports games, even.
I mean, I think they still do a decent job. You just have to get through all the microtransactions and loot boxes first.
Look at that guy.
He looks like a lost kid at the grocery store.
Emerged from the basement to go to this event. That's one reason I don't go to anime conventions and stuff. It's just unless you are there for a reason, you have a booth or something, I would just not want to go to one.
If I went to
without being in the inner circle, that is.
Yeah, if I went to a convention, I'd want to cosplay, and I don't have the drive or the body type to cosplay.
I don't have. I literally look like one anime character only. And he's not a good person. So, I don't want to cosplay as him.
Beat the villain.
I'll post you a pic later.
What's the first FIFA game? It's not the first.
Soul of the Hoops. Oh, man. Also, at this point in time, just so you know, the NBA was absolutely gigantic. You had Michael Jordan and those guys who were in their prime at this point.
Yeah.
So the NBA was huge.
Let's not forget Lola Bunny.
And also, this is before the NBA like started adding more safety rules, so it was a bit more like rough and tumble as well.
Let's see.
I didn't know they had FIFA back then. I never even played FIFA until like 2005.
Apparently,
This was back when Manchester United was like super good. I remember I cheered for them just because I really liked the name of the team.
Apparently,
honestly, the racing games are starting to look pretty good.
Yeah. Apparently, the FIFA games go as far back as FIFA 95.
95? Yep.
Yeah, it's still already an established franchise, and it sounds like already doing yearly releases.
Yep. That's sports games in a nutshell. It's kind of sad because my brothers and I, we just got a couple of our favorite sports games and just played those for years.
Yep.
Like NBA Street Volume 2, which I'm sure will come up eventually in A3. That game is super fun. It's like it's not quite like NFL Blitz, but it's just like a really fun, janky basketball game.
So I saw the most recent Direct, and I still can't get over the fact that Mario Golf is the game that interested me the most.
That's pretty wild. I don't even think I've played Mario Golf before.
When, like, you've got the Skyward Sword port, and Splatoon 3, and I'm kind of interested in Utopia, but I wouldn't call that as big as the other two. Anyway, point is, despite there being, like, decent games being announced, many of which interest me, apparently Mario Golf is the one that grabs me the most.
Go for it, dude. Honestly, like, Mario sports games are great. Mario Tennis is still probably one of my favorite video games. So
I like the idea of the new mode they're adding. I don't know if you saw any saw the Direct or anything. Speed golf.
Cool.
Which is basically you all tee off at the same time. It's always everybody's turn. The goal
that's
is
really good.
So you just shoot your ball, and then you have to manually run over to it to hit it again, and whoever, I guess, gets the ball into the hole first wins.
Can you hit each other and get power-ups and stuff? That sounds
I did
awesome.
see, like...
I would actually play that.
I did actually see, like, super moves or whatever that make you run faster, like Luigi sliding on ice and Yoshi shitting out a giant egg. And Peach doing, like, ballerina.
It sounds like a mode we'd play exclusively. It sounds really fun.
They also have a story mode where you play as a Mii. And you start off as a rookie, and you level up your golfing stats.
Nice. That's how you do it.
So yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a fun game.
They still have Mii's?
Yeah, on the Switch. They even have the Mii Maker on Switch.
Cool. I have Switch, but I barely ever play it, so... Honestly, before the end of the Switch's run, I'll probably buy a bunch of Switch games for cheap.
Yeah.
That's what I expect I'm gonna do. Unless another Fire Emblem comes out, I'll buy that as well. But I still haven't beaten the current one. Oh, so they sell the fancy sound systems and TVs here. That's smart. Not like you need anything above 1080p. Changed my mind.
See that round Earthers? The Earth isn't even a full globe. Step under the dome. Oh, that is a chunky laptop.
Yep, that's how laptops look back then. Honestly, I like that they're chunkier. I don't like the super thin stuff. It gets scratched too easily. That looks like the Tekken I remember.
Yeah.
Playing Yoshimitsu, Pitfall. Who actually plays Yoshimitsu? He's a troll character.
Soul Calibur fan?
I was pretty good with Jin in Tekken 4. That was the game I actually got kind of good at.
All I know about Yoshimitsu is he shows up in multiple fighting games from the same company.
Yep.
And also in some of his appearances, he has an attack where he literally just stabs himself.
Yeah, he has like a seppuku attack. They probably call it harakiri though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does have a purpose in that it like gives him a stat boost or something.
Yeah. It's like belly drum, probably. Xevious Bridge. Never heard of this game. Oh, it's a rail shooter?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any shooting though.
I'm looking forward to 98 and 99 because the PlayStation 2 released in 2000. So
Yeah.
we'll probably get some news about that in one of those.
Yep.
Oh, is that? I hear Klonoa music.
Look how intense he is.
He's a trained mercenary.
Honestly, using the gun for shooters is way more accurate than using a controller. And you should do it every time if you possibly can.
You don't say, Evan. It's like
Yep.
Okay, so one of my favorite ways of doing aiming in video games is they let you use the gyro and the stick at the same time. Because that way you can use the stick for broad, quick movements and then use the gyro to, refine the aim.
That's legit. Yeah, that makes sense. I'd rather just point and shoot though. You know, I've never ever bought one of the gun attachments for any system. Come to think of it.
You should always use the gun when you have the option. Has never bought any of the gun
I
attachments.
very rarely play shooters. The only shooters I'm good at are GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, and you don't need a attachment for that.
What about Link's crossbow training?
In what game?
Link's crossbow training.
Never even heard of it.
It's literally a game they made to showcase one of the Nintendo Wii accessories. And it's just, you play as Link, and he has a crossbow that can rapid fire.
Yeah.
He has a full auto crossbow, Evan.
Game. I played this game in arcades. I forget his name though. Something 2. Is this Time Splitters?
No, Time Splitters, I don't think
Time Crisis.
Yeah, that's because like footage of Time Splitters can make it look unreal sometimes, but I think it's like free movement. I remember playing the second game, the second Time Splitters game, when I was younger. I'd never played, no, not the second, the third one, Future Perfect, on the PS2, and I wasn't even aware there were games before it. Is that supposed to be Donkey Kong? You want to know the saddest thing about Nintendo turning down the partnership with Sony? The people they rebounded to, the people they went to make their new console after they turned down Sony, was Philips. And they made the CDI.
Huh.
You know, that game with the 3 worst Zelda games on it?
Yeah, I only know about it because of those Zelda games.
There is some, like, retired Nintendo boardroom executive who just, like, regrets that one decision.
Yeah. What the?
Oh, it's like Pac-Man World, or whatever.
Is it?
Yeah. There's, like, I think it's on, like, the GameCube or the PS2. There's, like, a Pac-Man 3D platformer series.
Huh. Well, they have the actual arcade machines in here, yeah.
That cockpit looks really fucking cramped.
It looks cool, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't look that fun.
This looks pretty different from the footage I've seen. So this is probably like early footage.
Huh.
Or it could be wrong. You never know.
I'm not a centerfold. I'm not a movie star. I'm here to talk about the games, and that's...
Silicon Valley. Now I just get negative feelings when I see that. That name. What is this?
I have no idea. It's an
It's a 64.
Looks like you're a little springy boy.
Yeah, it looks like that. You know that little pink thing that you throw in Super Smash Bros. Melee? That's what it looks like. I screwed up. Oh, you can swim. Okay.
Thought it was about to zoom in on his ass. I'm
No.
not gonna lie. That
Plug
is
in the flight station in the back.
that is a really nice shade of blue.
They even have the controller configuration on it. That's fun.
Hazard. And what is it with first-person shooters around this time and having time travel?
I have a clue. I don't know why they did it like that.
Like, is it just me, or am I seeing a lot of first-person shooters with time travel around this period?
I guess it's like supposed to be cool or whatever. I really don't like it when time travel's overused. I've only liked it in like a few series. Steins Gate and the movies Back to the Future and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
We've got some booth babes.
Sailor Moon, I'm guessing? That's a Sailor Moon, what do you call it? Their sailor suits?
Yeah, but the sailor suits are basically just glorified schoolgirl uniforms.
Yeah.
So.
But it's different from their regular uniform, so... You know, the one episode I saw...
So, it doesn't necessarily have to be Sailor Moon, it's just what I'm saying.
It probably is, though. It's really popular back then.
Check out this insignia.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. You're too late.
There are only a few of us left. Most industry watchers expect DVD.
Yep, DVD is huge.
Providers to flood the market with DVD titles.
Yep. He's correct.
Our leading
That's another, I think the reason
they are facing
Nintendo actually called off the partnership with Sony was Sony wanted to make the N64 like a disc-based console, and Nintendo wanted to keep the cartridge.
Yep. Nintendo was wrong. See, the DVDs are just way better. I remember, like, nobody had a DVD player. Everybody just had a PS2 for a while.
Well, yeah, like, because it could play video games and DVDs. It's like a two-in-one machine. Why would you ever...
Same thing with the PS3.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you get a separate Blu-ray player?
Only $379. So make sure you get
Like, if not for that, the high price tag would have killed the PS3. Oh, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, they're showing the options.
You may have already seen this.
Oh, here's your favorite game, Evan.
Style,
It's not my favorite game.
sophistication,
What?
the ability to launch napalm into oncoming traffic. These are the things you look for in an automobile. It's time you test drive Twisted Metal 2. Fully automatic.
Neither are
Two
audience.
rocket launchers and the new APS flamethrowing system. All standard.
The multiplayer was absolutely insane in this
1997
game.
Twisted Metal 2 on PlayStation from Sony. And let style be your weapon.
Now we're going to show you what it took to make this ad. The Underground has asked me to give you an eyewitness account of the making of the Twisted Metal 2 TV commercial. I'm David Bamberger, the product manager for Twisted Metal 2, and I accompanied the film crew to Prague and saw how they captured the look and feel of a luxury car ad. Prague was the perfect city. It's located in the
I don't
Czech
care about the
Republic and
advertisement.
has a
I want to
rich
see how they made
landscape
the
that we're
game.
looking for. We were lucky to find Monique locally. But to get the properly arrogant male lead, we had to import Timothy from England. He actually turned out
Where's the Timothy from?
Of course, the real star.
But to
That's
get
the
the
title of
properly
this episode.
arrogant male lead, we had to import someone from England.
Legit. 10 stars.
Sophistication. The ability
Like-
to launch napalm into oncoming
I know that's not the
Of
way
course,
he
in this
meant
launcher
it, but
wasn't
just
a
the
standard feature in
phrasing.
These big American cars, so we added one. Instead of using a computer composite, we used a real explosion to get the reflection you're about to see in the actor's glasses.
ability to launch napalm into oncoming traffic. If these are the things you look for in an automobile, it's time you test drive Twisted.
Please
This
tell
next
me
scene
that's
was
a
really tough. My mom
PS1 in
had
the
a hard
car.
time
Please tell me
overcoming the
they
urge
put a
to run from the
PS1 in the
gunfire.
car.
With each blown take, the door had to be rebuilt with fresh explosive caps. With only one door panel left, she pulled
And
it
they
off
really went all out for
All
this shit.
standard. Drive the 1997
Yeah.
Twisted Metal 2 on PlayStation.
Twisted Metal was huge. It was huge.
This was one of the last shots we did because the flamethrower actually melted the hood of the car.
Oh,
Let style be your weapon.
The crew somehow found this big American car in Prague. They worked on it non-stop for a week and turned it into this twisted metal weapon of mass destruction. It wasn't street legal when we bought it, and it certainly wasn't street legal after. Well, there's your inside look. Remember, drive angry.
That's hysterical.
I think they just made this commercial as an excuse to mod up this car.
Hell yeah, dude. That's Twisted Metal. A company that's still in business. I think. No, or Kraft.
Are they? I know they, someone else took on the rights to the Tomb Raider series at some point, but I don't know if, like, Eidos is still around.
I could be wrong. I don't know game companies as well. I'm sure after this I'll know them much better.
I'm looking it up now.
Fighting Force.
So I typed in Eidos Interactive into Google, and the first thing that popped up is Square Enix Europe.
Well, there you go.
So I'm guessing what happened is,
They were eaten.
yes. Because I know that Square owns the rights to Tomb Raider at the moment.
Yeah.
Are we done becoming the Tomb Raider yet? Can we just be the Tomb Raider now? Or do we still have a few more games of becoming the Tomb Raider? Because I know that was a big joke where, the first game comes out of the new reboot, and it says, in all the trailers, become the Tomb Raider. And people are like, oh, okay. And then the sequel comes out, and still in the marketing material it says, become the Tomb Raider. And I think they still had that tagline in, like, marketing for the third game. And it's like, okay, can we just be the Tomb Raider now? I think we've done enough becoming. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one that had the nude code. The quote-unquote nude code that made Lara explode.
With the internet, that type of stuff isn't needed anymore, but...
I'll be right back. I'm just going to... Let me just mute myself.
Never seen this game before. What is it? A rail shooter? I always assume every game I ever seen is a rail shooter for some reason. No, this might be a tech demo. No. Onikoza? Flying something too. Actually looks pretty good. I wonder how much longer we're going to be in the show floor. Probably half an hour, if I'd hazard a guess. Is this just the show floor? No, it isn't. Okay.
Okay, so I know what that game from a minute ago was.
Yeah.
It was Omicron, which was one of David Cage's earlier games.
Like the Greek letter Omicron? Why would that be the name of it?
I don't know. It's David Cage. From what I recall, I've never seen like a full playthrough of it. Like I've seen the beginning moments of it though. The way the game works is this guy from inside the video game's world appears to you through a portal in like a blank space and talks to you, the player, saying, "Listen, there's this threat that's happening and I need you to take over my body to help solve it."
Dope. What's with this? What? What's that controller?
I think it's like a third-party N64 controller.
That looks great. That one, not so much.
These are definitely like third-party N64 stuff.
But
I've never even seen one before.
let me run your card like that.
Oh. I think this is like one of those mo-capped Australian Bandicoot commercials. Yep.
I've got a lot of new moves. I'm able to dive like Raven Gaius. I can kick like Jackie Chan. You wouldn't believe all the stuff I can do. Max, you are so sexy.
So are like Bandicoots Australian animals, or because I don't know why else they would make Crash Australian.
Why not?
It just seems like a really random choice. What is he doing?
They need to hold up cards with little numbers on it. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
That was weird.
Wow, what is he, a politician? No, I don't know what they're doing. Please, no cameras.
Yeah, I think this is one of those showcases where they just had like some guy with a mocap suit off stage reacting to things.
Michael, yes? There's a rocket going off in my dimension. Can you hear it? Oh, yes, we can. It is launch time. All right. Yeah. You gotta wait it out. I'm gonna try that question one more time. The rocket's over, right? All right. It's louder in my dimension than it is here. I know. How about that, Crash? Can you still hear me? I'm starting to hear you again. All right. Get back here. I don't have these big ears for nothing. The better to hear you in my
This is
ear.
kind of cringe.
You're a nice guy, right? Wait a minute. You are the villain.
Oh no, don't
Pretty
zoom in
funny.
on that guy, zoom in on Laura.
Police.
Oh, Symphony of the Night.
Wow. Impressive. You knew instantaneously. I never played a Castlevania game, I don't think. That's a series I could let's play. That might be fun.
Well, to
I'm
be
not sure if I'd be
fair,
any good at it though.
Alucard has a face you can't forget.
I guess so, yeah.
No homo.
Parappa the Rapper's on the show floor.
I never actually played Parappa.
I think I played
I
it
think
one
they like
time.
released it as like a PS1 classic or something, or a
Yeah.
PS2 classic or something.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is that giant cage for?
There's Parappa the Rapper. I say rapper with an A because it sounds funny.
Isn't it spelt with an A? Or do they actually
No,
have
it's
an R?
E-R.
I've always
That's-
pronounced it Parappa the Rapper because it just
That's all I've ever heard it pronounced as.
yeah, because that's just the way it feels like it should be pronounced because it matches better.
Better with Parappa, yeah. It rolls off the tongue better. I agree. Oh, it's like an onion, dude. Like, whatever. What is that? That's pretty cool.
I think it's a PlayStation thing because I think that's meant to be like the diamond in the logo. Is my best guess.
Is this?
Okay, it's
It's my-
probably an RPG of some kind.
Oh, this is FF7, I think. No. What is this? That looks like Marlene.
Yeah, it's FF7.
Yeah, it's FF7. I was waiting for Sephiroth. Because the opening scene's a little different than what it actually is. Our games speak
for themselves. Oh, I
Of course, they
can't.
only show the cutscenes.
Yo, Square Enix really love pushing the graphics of whatever system they're on in like the CG cutscenes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, sometimes it's to the detriment of everything else. And it's like, as long as the graphics are serviceable and it doesn't it's not a detriment to the gameplay, I don't really care that much. Like, I appreciate it, I just don't care that much.
So do they have to put padding next to, on their asses or something? Because it kind of defined. Not gonna dignify that one for Spawn 7?
No. Blasto.
I think I've heard of this game, but I don't remember where and I don't remember what it is.
It's like a superhero thing.
Feels like a Captain Quirk prototype. You know, the green guy from Ratchet and Clank.
Never played Ratchet and Clank.
Oh.
Or Jack and Daxter.
Oh. Have you played Sly?
No.
You had no childhood.
I did. I
So
was just
you,
in high school.
So you say.
Like, dude, like, for, I think 2 years, the only PS2 games I had were Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, and Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X is a good game.
It's pretty good, yeah. I wonder if it stands up today. I'll have to play the... I think I own the Steam version. What's this? Spawn. What?
I think that was just it cutting to something else. Yeah. It's like a sizzle reel at the moment. And I love that old PlayStation logo. It's way more colorful. Like, why are companies so afraid to be colorful nowadays?
I don't know, to be honest.
Looking for me, Cortex? I'm back!
Oh my god. Please don't project it onto that.
Do it.
I think this is Crash 3?
Probably. Looks pretty good, honestly.
Our games speak for themselves.
Wow, wow.
You want to
Yes.
know? You want to know Sony's both greatest strength and greatest weakness, Evan?
What?
Their arrogance, or should I say, their confidence? You know, take or pick.
Let's spoil the second half of the game.
Oh, is this a big spoiler?
Yeah, Meteor? Holy shit, that's a huge spoiler.
I thought everyone knew about the meteor happening by this point.
No, it like happens near the end of the game.
Well,
not
to be
near the
fair,
end of the
to be
game,
fair,
like-
this
like
is
part
back
of the
when Final Fantasy VII wasn't spoiled to shit.
Yeah. I got it spoiled. The big death. Because I bought a guidebook and when one of the pages is literally just the death. I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
I was so pissed off. You have no idea.
Please tell me it was an official guidebook.
It was.
Yeah!
It was official guide.
Square spoiling their own game.
I was so pissed off. You have no idea. Like, it's really bad. The only other thing is like, what if your party members ends up being a boss? That would always be spoiled. I think some of the Xenosaga guys didn't do that though, very nicely. So I was happy about that. Most wanted list.
Madden, Tekken, Resident Evil. Okay,
So Metal 2.
the first RE must have come out recently.
Mortal Kombat 3. Remember playing Mortal Kombat 3 at my neighbor's house around this time. God, he was so loud. He would always play rap music in the evening. Nice family though. And I think his name was Keenan.
And before Keenan watches this video.
He also tricked my brother into trading his Charizard. Bastard. Yellow.
Okay, pause the video, Evan.
Okay. Oh, showgirl time. So
Okay.
he's right.
The showgirls, I made it!
Hello, folks. Redford's just arrived.
I'm sorry, I woke up.
Oh my god, you both slept in.
That was my excuse too. F you, you don't get to use it. No,
Evan slept in before it was cool.
That's right.
Yeah. I was
That's
taking
right.
Okay. Before we get into rambling, Redford, we're watching that 2-hour video at the moment. We're currently at the time code 4952.
49.52, alright. I'm gonna be cool and go to 49.55.
Okay.
Don't.
You can't stop me. I was just
Or
kidding.
can he?
That maybe. Alright, I stopped at Mortal Kombat. No, okay, from 49.52.
Okay. And restart the video in 3, 2, 1. You showed up at the perfect time, actually, because my food arrived, so now you and Evan can do all the talking for me, right?
You don't even have to go downstairs for your food. Hashtag jealousy.
Well, look
I
at
have to pay
the
a person to do that if I want that to happen.
man. She needs to look happier. I like my showgirls that smile.
Oh, but that's sexist, Redford. Minus 50 morality points.
That's sexist. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everyone looks better when they smile. Okay, some people actually look better when they don't smile.
I like the clock. It's actually readable. I like it.
Oh, lol.
Can
Hey, that's
you
a big
guys
shirt.
even read clocks? Have you ever used a regular clock before?
You mean an analog clock?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I wear an
Some people
analog
can't
clock.
even read analog clocks now.
Wait, really? Are they retarded?
I think
Yeah.
I knew how to read an analog clock once, but everything's digital now, so there's no point retaining
I met
that.
guys who helped invent the
Yeah.
digital clock.
Well, the thing is, Redford, everything's digital now, so retaining the information on how to read an analog clock isn't really all that useful.
Oh, okay. So when the apocalypse happens and the only thing is, little mechanized mechanical clocks and the frogs turn gay, we have to go back to analog, man.
Redford, could you tell the time using a sundial?
Bruh, I am a sundial, so yeah.
I've never used a sundial, so no. I'd like to learn though.
It's not that hard. If you do, wait, does any of you in Boy Scouts before it turned gay?
No. Yeah.
We
I
don't
was
have
never
Boy
in-
Scouts over here.
Oh,
good.
shit! It's what's the name of this DBZ game? No, it's not. No, it is. Is it? I can't
Yeah,
tell if it's Final
I
Bout
think
or not.
that's what's his name? The guy who Yamcha. That's it.
No, let's Gohan.
If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, I would have had to
That's
come over
Gohan
there.
and Pan. I think it was Final Bout. It looked like Final Bout.
I haven't
thought
seen Final Bout
didn't
forever.
come out to '99 though. Maybe it's one of its predecessors that's the same because it's a Dragon Ball Z game.
I mean, they've had Dragon Ball Z games since I think 1995, but they were like they were something else.
Well, I'm pretty sure they were releasing like OG Dragon Ball games when that was running. So they've probably had Dragon Ball Z games as long as they've had Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, very long time.
By the way, I have to thank you, Shaden. These videos that we've been doing have really helped me out in the past couple weeks.
Really?
How's that?
Oh yeah, I've been playing video game developer tycoon, and it goes based off the real world when things fell, when things were going. So I knew not to invest in Sega Saturn because of these videos.
Video game developer tycoon is a game. Can you? Say
Yeah, it's awesome.
Have you not
it's
heard of
hilarious.
Game Dev Tycoon?
It's such a good
No,
game.
I haven't.
It's super
It sounds
good.
fun.
Also,
That's hilarious.
they have one of the best anti-piracy methods I've ever heard of in any game ever. Basically, when the game came out, the developers released their own pirate turn of the game with a twist.
Nice. What's the
When
twist?
you get to a certain point in the game, you'll start losing money rapidly because people will keep pirating your games.
That's fantastic.
It's unplayable because of that. It's hilarious.
That's pure genius.
You're like, so you like pirated games, huh? But yeah, no, seriously, Shaden, thank you for these because this stuff has helped me know which companies to invest in. It just helped me remember that. Oh yeah, just stick with PC; they'll never go away.
Yeah, like, PC is the best. Just forget all the other companies, because for the console manufacturers, you have to, like, pay the fee for, like, the dev kits.
Oh yeah, it's
How long
disgusting.
until he presses the button?
And
Press the button.
It
B,
looks like a bowling ball.
PC starts off slow, but if you keep with it, it just becomes the best.
It is. It really is.
Mad Cat.
Though I'm actually kind of shocked that 3D games like really don't start kicking off until late 2000s. Like you are since you're in like the 1980s when you start your game studio in the game, you're stuck with 2D pixel art for the vast majority of the game, which actually makes sense because 2D pixel art was king for the vast majority of gaming.
Yeah, I mean, like, early 3D games were kind of clunky.
Oh yeah. Like it doesn't even give you the chance to upgrade to like newer 3D games until way late into the game. It's just crazy. So either way, thanks, Shaden. These have been really informative.
Redford using my games, my
Oh,
videos
Mad
as a
Cat.
cheat sheet.
I remember them.
It is a cheat sheet, though. They do try to trip you up by renaming everything by like saying instead of saying Xbox, they're like the X banks
That's
or
just so it's
whatever,
legally
you know.
distinct. Let's be honest.
Of course, they didn't want to buy all the rights.
Oh, Net Eurose. This was basically a thing PlayStation had for a while, where amateur developers could send in their own like prototypes or demos, and it'd get put on like a compilation disc.
Oh yeah, that's something that never mind. It's making me think of Game Dev Tycoon again.
I just imagine, like, since the last time we saw Redford, he's been playing that 12 hours a day.
Well, I failed many companies. I'm only now on my first successful company. Let's put it like that.
Finally. Okay. I wonder if they actually had a playable FF7 demo.
That would be
'Cause I
kind of cool.
remember, like, they had the bombing mission. That's part of the demo.
So I know Square Enix has the rights to Dragon Quest. Did Square Soft make Dragon Quest, or did Enix make Dragon Quest, and then they merged?
I don't know. I haven't played any of the original Dragon Quest games. I'm gonna play Curse King and Dragon Quest V though, because this one channel's turned me on to it.
Wait a minute. Is this the thing?
What thing?
Huh?
No, is this the thing, the video game? Or is this too early for that?
No, it's not the thing.
This is 97, so...
Because the thing came out in like I think it was 93? Or 92?
Right.
So the video game came out for PC much later, but, you know, it looked just like that.
The one thing that interests me about The Thing, the video game, is the fact that it had this really interesting mechanic where literally every playthrough, it's randomly generated, I think. Literally anyone can be an infected thing.
Oh yeah,
including you, the player, and you have no way of telling until you mutate.
Dragon Fang. Oh shit! It's not the bombing mission, bro. Go back. Oh, wow. Okay, they had various parts of the game playable. That's weird.
Was dragons alive?
Ooh. Hey, Final Fantasy! They do have a demo. I thought Evan would be more excited.
They actually show how far in development it is. Can you imagine them doing that today?
That would be hilarious. Still in development.
Yeah, it's like 3 years after release.
I mean, come on. At least there be some transparency. CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk, still buggy as heck.
In my opinion, you shouldn't announce a game unless it has, like, pretty much a full beta.
Okay.
And, like...
So I looked it up, yeah. Dragon Quest, publishers, Square Enix, formerly Enix. So, Squaresoft made Final Fantasy, Enix made Dragon Quest, and then they just merged at some point.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I was thinking it was something like that, because I know the two franchises were like rivals at some point.
Right. Oh, I don't remember this game, but this looks cool.
Looks familiar.
Oh, like, Medieval was one of the PS1 icons.
Yeah, I
Medieval.
think this is it, yeah.
Development, 50%. Nice. Evan, I think you do really well at Game Tycoon just because of how much you know about the gaming industry and what you know good practices are. Good practices help sell your games, though you can do all the bad practices if you want.
Well,
there are like random events. Like, there are.
As we've learned from Japan, who actually finished their games, you just have to offshore the animation to a bunch of Korean studios, and that's how you get your game done on time.
Not inaccurate.
But yeah,
hey, you were saying, Jaden? Sorry.
There are random events that happen in Game Dev Tycoon. One of them being one of your lawyers will contact you telling you that, a group of fans of X game are making their own fan project, and the lawyer will recommend you shut the project down, and you can. But if you elect not to, you'll get a boost in fans.
Nice.
Because being a crappy company sucks.
Fan games, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Free press.
One of my favorite events that
No,
pops
the
up is
smarter
like,
thing would be to sell a tool that they can use to edit the game themselves and sell it
Actually-
separately and never put it on sale. You get a lot of money that way.
that's one of the events, but you get 3 options. You can either choose not to sell your old game engine, sell it for money, or give it away for free. One gives you more money, but one gives you more fans.
Actually, Evan, that is what some companies do. The reason the Bethesda games are so moddable is because Bethesda released these things called SDKs, software development kits.
Ah. Neat. It doesn't make me like the company anymore, though.
Well,
I
we'll
have
see.
friends
Maybe.
who works there.
Well, do you think
It
maybe
sounds
under?
awful.
Do you think Microsoft's leadership will change anything, Evan?
Did they buy them out?
Yeah, they're
Oh, yeah,
completely
yeah.
bought out now.
I mean, Microsoft's evil, so I'm holding my breath. Even though
Well-
I'm basically required to use their stuff. Freaking monopoly.
Truth.
I mean, you could always use Apple stuff instead.
Oh no.
Apple's way worse. Not in terms of their company, but in terms of like, why would I pay more money for what's literally just a status symbol? It's not better in functionality in any way except for maybe battery life.
I mean, they do spouse unhackable security programs, but they don't let anyone get their
That's
code.
not the case anymore, apparently.
Nope.
And I don't even get viruses anymore. Like, viruses, you got them all the time in 2005 and 2006. And I would constantly have to system restart my computer to factory settings, like, every few months. But now, I don't even have antivirus software. And it's been fine for, like, the last 10 years.
If I'm right, Evan, the reason why you don't get viruses anymore is because you're just not stupid about it. You just don't click on everything.
Well, no, it's just, there aren't as many anymore. I think
guess.
that the software on the OS has got better.
And I guess you really have to try to get people viruses nowadays. And that's a lot of work. Ooh, this is Gundam, isn't it? An old
No,
Gundam?
it's a mech fighter. But,
Oh.
I mean, effectively.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was Optimus Prime.
Well, you know, I would never have admitted that, but I was kind of on the same page. I just wanted
You
to
see,
be cool. And
Redford
Gundam.
would lie.
I would lie if it has something to do with my credibility as a gamer. It's not that high.
Oh, this reminds me of 1080.
Oh,
The snowboarding
sick!
game.
Dude, I had 1080 for the N64.
That game was crazy.
Dude, I sucked hard.
I got really good at it at one point.
Dude, you and my older brother should talk then, because he was like so pro at that. He like challenged every super challenge ever, and I'm like, I don't understand you people.
Are you the middle child, Redford?
I'm technically the eldest. Technically. By blood.
Oh, okay.
But I am the second eldest if you start including like half brothers.
Oh, okay, I see, yeah. Alright, you seem like more like an eldest child in terms of your temperament, but I'm like, wait, are you the middle child?
No, I'm not. But I do act. My family says he acts the youngest. We're not sure why, but that's because I'm smarter than them.
I'm the youngest
Oh, man.
in my family.
Redford is secretly
There you
a genius. He's just been acting like an idiot this entire time.
Whoa! Don't spoil the secret, Evan. I want people to think of it as a genius so they underestimate me, and then when I finally rule the world, they'll be like, we should have seen it coming.
Evan, plot twist. Redford is the master of masters.
What the
I'd accept that, honestly. Nobody else would get the reference, but I would accept it. Oh, what is this? Text?
Croc.
No, Croc.
Oh, I had this game for the PC.
I had a D&D character named Tex, and he was a lizard.
Nice. I could never play this game. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was too young. And then, you know, obviously my brother who owned the game left.
Hercules.
Oh, the original Disney's Hercules? Now, this game's actually really well made. For a Disney game. And that says a lot. And plus, it's got the original voice actors. You know, you got Dying to Be's like, "Hey, Hercules! You gotta strike out that thing harder! Hey, Hercules!"
That's funny. Resident Evil. Haven't played those games.
So,
except for 4.
Is it just me, or was like the PS1 to PS2 like the golden age of licensed
Yes.
games?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely was. No question about that. And the GameCube was fantastic as well. The golden age of gaming.
Yeah, because it feels like consoles before that weren't really powerful enough to make the with exception of a few games, make the bring the movies to life. And after that, companies just got lazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's still plenty of good games in the 2010s. It's just I didn't play a lot of them. Like, I'm a very niche gamer in terms of gaming. Like, I live under a rock when it comes to games. So this has been helpful.
I don't understand.
Guys laughing while they're shooting them on fire. Nice.
Lol. I don't understand how any zombies catch you in this game. They're too slow.
Well,
They're
you see,
pretty
Redford, they catch you
Sometimes.
because you're also slow and you often get caught in tight spaces.
The one speedrunner I watch, he plays this game sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Caleb Hart 42.
Huh. Wow, this is old. This is really old. To think that we have remakes of this now.
Yeah.
It's not old enough that they're not It's new enough, recent enough that they're using the version with Claire instead of Azel Walker.
True.
Because in early beta versions of RE2, they had a different girl.
Huh.
Yeah, I think her name was Azel Walker. She had no connection to the first game, no connection to Chris. She was just some random girl who liked biking and was in Raccoon City at a bad time.
Just at a bad time. Yeah, look, if they move that slow, I literally don't get how you get caught by these things. Except you just stand there and
Aim
take it.
down,
Look,
dumbass!
Look, he just got that. That was completely avoidable. Maybe I just don't get the design of this game.
Well, to be
Because I've
fair,
never
these
played
aren't
it.
the only kind of infected. These are meant to swarm you and get you caught in tight corners.
Alright,
You also
I guess
have
they
to
do
keep.
take...
You also have to keep in mind, because it's a survival horror game, your ammunition is very limited, and you don't always want to use it.
Oh. Well, that changes things, I guess.
So, you can't shoot everything. You have to decide what's worth killing and what's worth not killing. So, the standard slow-walking zombies are more like navigational hazards than enemies.
Unless it's in front of an objective or something. Kind of like that guy was?
Yeah.
Okay, see, now he just wasted a shot. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, now this, I can see why you get hit by this. This thing seems fast. I mean, it's also disgusting, but what
I've
the
seen
heck?
a playthrough of RE2, and I don't recognize this thing. I don't know if it made it into the final game.
No, I believe that's just the Tyrant, but he had a different design in the demo. Okay, now the liquors, I believe that's what they're called.
Yeah.
That I can see you getting hit by, because that thing is freaking fast compared to you. Also, that person needs to stop wasting ammo. Oh, look, an actual...
Superheroes.
Yeah, I think this is like the precursor to like Street Fighter versus X-Men, which is like the precursor to Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom was gigantic that game.
I think it
I
still has a
remember playing it
dedicated
at a
player.
country club somewhere. I don't remember what that place was though. I bet my mom doesn't even remember.
Fair.
KO.
What is this, Street Fighter?
Yeah, I don't recognize it. It hasn't been re-released 50 different times.
Accurate.
Oh, get wrecked.
Man, this guy's getting demolished. Oh, fatal what?
Pitfall.
Oh, what? You're not supposed to fall into the pit?
No.
That's how most
Red-
games were, Redford.
Yeah, you look
But-
in the pit, and Redford's already in there.
It's nice and warm down here. It sucks. So, I mean, did they literally just take the concept of pitfalls and then build on that gimmick and
I
make a
think
game out
the
of it?
original
That's
Pitfall was like an Atari game, so yes.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And if you've seen Atari games, Redford, you'd know they're pretty basic.
I mean, yeah, if we're talking like Contra and stuff, they're pretty basic.
Contra was NES.
I know what I'm talking about. I know
Atari
games.
was way before the E
Game
NES.
Tycoon. You should know that game, Tycoon.
Right? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just here to pretend to be an idiot.
Redford Games, Game Tycoon. The resurrection of his YouTube channel.
The Gamer Tycoon. Hey, I really should start a gaming business because
I bet
fail.
there's a guy named Gamer Tycoon though.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, is this a first-person shooter game? No way. I don't think first persons were really big back in the day.
Yeah, mainly because they hadn't really conformed to a specific control scheme for them yet.
Also, I believe camera angles were a little weird since a lot of things were still not 3D.
That's
I think
big
a lot of
deal.
shooter FPS games from this time were still using like the Duke Nukem Doom control scheme.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Where your gun's literally in your chest.
Yeah, and you can't aim up or down.
Yeah, that just the bullets go. It's all technically flat. There's no 3D,
Yeah.
even though it looks 3D. Oh wow,
Force!
NFL. You know, back when they actually used to make their games.
Tim Brown came into our motion capture studio, and the result you can see
They-
in the game. The smoothest animation they can.
Dang.
That kind of stuff.
Oh, he's an
It's-
executive producer though.
To see how
So this is back when they actually used to care about their sports games.
I don't
Say
remember
what?
this guy.
animation or whatever, and it ends up being.
Well, Redford, they still care about their sports games. I mean, just look at all the money it makes them.
Just think of how many casinos they could put in it. That's what really matters now.
It will go through and it will figure out.
This was cutting edge back then.
These
Now it's like it literally looks like the
actually
actual
work.
player in the game. It's
The
kind
only
of creepy.
thing is
Yeah.
if we start moving them,
These days, there are like
moving them, you can see
20 times
basically
more
where the
ping
hips
pong
and
balls.
the knees and the ankles and all the joints.
Yep.
Just
Ping
imagine
pong
we're gonna.
ball.
Voila. and then that's-
Just imagine everyone's
Oh,
gonna have
I
ping
hate
pong.
3D
you wanna have
modeling
a left
software.
foot, right foot, left foot,
Oof.
so that you can take that in cycling.
It was really fun to be able to
Like that
see
Vector
and see
program, that was the
what
worst
we're
program
doing to,
ever.
making sure that these games are exactly how the guys are doing on the field.
One playing game.
Over celebration. 20-yard penalty.
Well, this happened.
That's so dumb. They should be able to giga celebrate every time they score a touchdown.
Wait,
Oh,
over
yeah.
celebration is a rule?
Yes.
So I'm very, very excited about my special play.
It's
because-
stupid.
Everyone does it.
Man,
Because,
sports are dumb.
Especially if you have the right receiver out wide.
They can be.
Oh yeah. Especially nowadays with all the over. I mean, look. I know everyone has a political view, but they just over insert their politics way
Yeah,
so
I mean, there's a
too
reason
hard.
why viewing is at just plummeting because of it.
Yeah, just like, can you like get back to the sports? We're here for sports, not to hear people say what they believe.
Down with traditional athletes, up with esports gamers.
Yeah.
Hey, fatty.
Hey, fat.
You know, you say
I like
that,
sport.
but in like a lot of the official, at least when it comes to fighting games, not like Smash Bros, but like fighting games and MOBAs,
Yeah.
all the footage I've seen, the players aren't fat.
No, yeah. Yeah, in
That's
terms
because
of
the-
fighting games and stuff, yeah.
That's
They
because
get
the-
fat though when they get older. Like after
Well-
25, they get fat. Like if you see the Super Smash Brothers Melee documentary, a lot of those guys get fat in their later 20s because they don't change their habits.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, just be on the lookout for it yourselves. If you're not
Oh look,
already fat.
on-rail shooter.
Duke Nukem.
There we go. Now we're getting some prime gameplay here. Oh, 4-person Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem 64. Did that game ever come out?
It did. It just wasn't met as popularly as the others, but I mean, it still had a good success.
I'm here to make money and be awesome, and I'm all out of awesome.
Accurate for the newest
I'll
game.
never forget this one prank phone call. The guy was like, Duke Nukem. It was just really funny.
That's awesome. I wonder if he's gonna discover the the dancing women Easter egg in this.
You mean the strip club?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
just
good
call
stuff.
it what it is, Redford.
I'm trying not to get you banned on Twitch, Shay.
We're not on.
He's not on Twitch.
Oh, where are we?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, hey YouTube, go f yourself.
I would like to remind you that the thoughts and opinions of Redford are not the thoughts and opinions of Casual Pleb Productions. Please correct all criticism and
Words. Yeah.
That's right. Come on, Susan Wojcicki, come at me,
Windows
bruh.
96. Is that 96 or 97?
Oh wait, that means you can show a ton of feet. YouTube's okay with feet.
I mean, we did talk about WikiFeed at the start of this video.
Oh, irony.
Blood.
Redford, what out of 5 stars, what rating would you give your feet?
2 because they're hobbit feet.
You have hobbit feet?
Yeah, they're really hairy.
Nice.
So I'll give it a 2.
Ooh, Evan's into hairy feet. Confirmed.
No.
I mean, he said they were nice.
Isn't it rare to have hairy feet, though?
It can be. It's not the most dominant trait for feet when we're talking genetics. At least for people of European descent, but I do have a lot of Hispanic descent in me, so that's probably where it comes from.
Yeah, you're like what, Irish Mexican, something like that. Scottish
Yeah,
Mexican.
I'm a Scottish Hispanic. The irony doesn't escape me. But anyway, so yeah, definitely give my feet a 2. What did you give yourself, Evan?
Yeah, I'm just thinking
He
about
couldn't
how you
figure out
voted
what
to
the
get yourself
criteria
deported. But no, we were talking about Feet Wiki for some reason. Obviously, Shannon brought it up, but
Yeah.
we're like, what's the criteria for feet?
Well, first of all, you can't have clubbed toes. That's a big no-no.
MDK.
That should be first criteria. So they gotta look like normal
What the
people
fuck
feet.
is this?
Did they use 3D modeling for this? Did they just?
That
Oh, nice.
is, that's a jump animation.
Did he just go through the wall?
Yeah.
Well, it is a demo, so I'm not entirely surprised.
He's not fighting anyone.
That's a little boring
I
for a
think
demo.
that's a fighting game that tried to have one of those, like, 3D open world modes.
Ah.
Open world is a bad phrase. I'm sorry. 90%
It,
of the time when a game's open world, it's worse because of it.
I agree. Unless it's Terraria, then it's genius.
Well, you know the gaming industry, Evan. They love chasing trends, and the current trend is open world.
Open world.
Well, ironically,
But
Evan.
Breath of the Wild does it right. I don't care what Marshall says. He's just bad at the game.
He is bad at the game because I beat it,
But
and that open world
Evan,
was freaking genius.
My weapons keep breaking.
Well, I got the Mastery Sword.
Legit
But
complaint.
that you can ignore that criticism if you get the Mastery Sword. Just saying.
I know. But,
honestly,
I never beat that
I
game.
can
I need
concede.
to find my Wii U because I was going to sell it to him. But I need to beat Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, honestly, on the point of item, weapon durability in Breath of the Wild, I will say I like having it because it encourages you to vary up what you use. But I will concede that the durability on most items is a little low.
Sailor Moon Girls, let's go. Yeah, but yeah, the durability is a little low. But if you get the new DLC, you can actually ignore a lot of this. There's even more unbreakable stuff in the DLC, which completely breaks the progression of the first game.
Also, a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, which completely destroys the point of having a horse. Because you can summon it everywhere.
What? Is that an amiibo?
No.
No,
okay,
it's the DLC.
so the Breath of the Wild DLC introduces the Master Cycle, which is literally a motorcycle. That you can summon anywhere.
And it climbs any terrain unlike your horse.
The only downside to the Master Cycle is you actually have to refuel it.
That's the only caveat. It's not that hard to refuel once you have it, though.
I refuel it with.
I think you have to. I think you have to refuel it with gear pieces, which you can acquire easily by farming the tar out of the robots.
Nice.
Yeah, which is a little. It's a little tricky early game, but like, by the time you have the Master Cycle, you know how to deal with the Guardians.
Oh, the Guardians like freaking crumble if you have the Master Sword. It's awesome. But man, I am liking this. So, are they doing like a Sailor Moon thing here, or? See, this is what I appreciate. I appreciate people that take a job, they enjoy doing their job, and you can see it. Also, they look really, really nice.
I'll be sure.
Though,
I'll be sure to link this video to your wife, Redford.
She's in the room. She's giving me a dirty stink eye right now. It's okay.
I'm just imagining that's her regular look, and it's been formed to her face.
I told her it was a bad idea, but she said, "Yeah, it's fine."
No, it's not a regular look. It's just the look she has whenever Redford's in the room.
Lol.
It's a permanent look.
Though,
it's an instinctive reaction.
Though, admittedly, I understand why most of them are pretty flat-chested, because I don't care what Marshall says. I think he's on the flat as justice. No, it's DDM. DDM says flat as justice, but let's be real.
He says it as a joke. I don't think he actually means it.
I don't think so either. But
I've never actually met a flat as justice guy.
They're out there, but you know.
I know they are.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks.
I hate that phrase. It's not as bad as we need to agree to disagree, though. That triggers me.
Well, I mean,
no, we can go
what's
to a
wrong with
compromise.
it? Is it just like the phrasing of it? Because it's a true statement.
No, if you disagree, you disagree. You don't need to agree to disagree. You just disagree. I hate it.
Well,
It's
different strokes for different folks is just a way to say, okay, we're disagreeing on this. Let's just end the conversation.
I don't like it because it's relativistic. That's why.
Well, I think Shaden will have to agree to disagree on this.
I just fuck you, Red.
He's got you there, Evan. Like, how do we end this conversation? If we don't agree to disagree, Evan, how are we going to end this conversation? We're just going to keep arguing with each other.
True,
but we'll
3D is not actually good because it's 3D still sucks, in my opinion.
Do you see this, Redford? Do you see him dodging the question? Like a true politician.
I confirm or deny that I had sexual relations with that woman. What's up? What was the question?
What was the question? Accurate.
I was just trolling you, saying, "Oh, if we don't agree to disagree, how are we going to end this conversation? If we're just going to keep arguing."
I think that's
Nightmare Creatures.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Nightmare
good things about this game.
I mean, you know, if the person was playing was any better, I'm sure we'd probably have a better opinion of it.
Yeah, he's just like in the corner.
Yeah, corner time. But, you know, I understand why the showgirls are not as big-chested as I would like them to be, because a lot of big-chested girls do not do good in acrobatics because it's just too painful for them, I hear. Or they just dealing with a lot of extra weight and it's a little bit hard.
It's all sports bra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think support bras were made in the 90s because, you know...
Yeah, they were.
Nah, bruh, that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, they were.
Sexism is still real, Evan. It's a real issue.
But yeah, from what I've
It's only real in
understand...
your imagination, Redford.
From what I understand, large chests can get in the way of certain athletic pursuits.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I
you know,
that, but sports bras still exist. Just saying.
Unfortunately, we're not going to see any fantasy-sized cup girls doing the dances, and that's unfortunate for me. But you know, I'll deal with my A's and B's. This is where the YouTube comments are going. Redford scum, kick him out. Redford scum, kick him out.
You see, folks,
Yeah, they released
here
the
on
entire
Casual
trilogy
Pleb
on Monday.
Productions, we understand the value of being able to form friendships with people you disagree with. That's why Evan is here.
You know, it's funny. I think all three of us have similar opinions on some things, but then we all could completely disagree on others, which is great.
Yeah. Complete converge, almost like dramatically. At least none of us is a communist. Because then if we like completely converge, which would be interesting.
I think if we had a communist on this chat, we'd actually troll the internet.
Guys, I think we're going to have to get a fourth member of Casual Pleb Production.
But then he'll seize the means of production. It will be everyone's production.
Everyone needs to have a chance to be the Shay.
I mean, I offered you guys the opportunity to publish your videos on this channel.
I might still do that. We'll see. It depends on what kind of content you want. I do a lot of like discussions for stuff that I do with my subs these days.
Really, there's no strict criteria, as long as it's kind of nerdy.
I'm kind of a dead channel still, so until the day I decide to come out of retirement is the day I'll start publishing again.
We should just all play Mario Golf multiplayer and then put it on your channel.
Done. Who is this dude? No, this looks like Quake.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. It is Quake.
I'm pretty
they showed
sure
it on the show floor. I play Quake. Fun.
Dude, Quake speedrunning is insane. Those guys are like the master of speedruns in the speedrunning community. Which one's this one? It's something.
I can't tell because of the lens of the flare.
Oh, this is one of those on-rail shooters. This is cool.
I like arcade shooters. House of the Dead 2 is my favorite.
You know what are fun games to
That's the only one I beat in an arcade.
True.
You know what are fun games to see speedrun?
What?
Sonic games.
I'll bet.
I mean, I'm sure they have entertaining ways to be beaten, that's for sure.
I mean, that's one of the things a lot of people understand about like the first few games on like the Genesis.
Ooh, Sub-Zero.
They are about speed, but speed isn't. But not in the sense that going fast is what you do the whole game. Going fast is the goal.
True. Oh, look, they got. I think that's the voice actor for Sub-Zero.
It's
Because
Liu Kang.
the whole inspiration behind Sonic was one of the directors, one of the head honchos at Sega, was inspired to make Sonic because he got really into speedrunning the first level of Mario.
Fair enough. That makes sense. See, I love how this guy's like, can you like pose like in the thing?
See, look how polite everyone is because it's the 90s.
I really appreciate that, by the way. That people still had a sense of respectability. Oh, hello.
They had a little bit of like
People
were
can be
assholes
polite
in the
nowadays,
90s,
but there's also like, I think there's like two spectrums that intertwine here, and there's casualness and politeness. And I think most people nowadays prefer to be a little more casual, but they can still be polite. It's just, you know, casual politeness is different than formal politeness, and a lot of people do, you know, you get what I'm trying to say, right?
I see what you're trying to say, but I think there's a different thing going on in the gaming industry. Like, people are, you know, gaming industries are doing everything in their power, it seems like, to make everyone mad. So people are coming to these conventions already upset because they said something on social media that triggered them. Like, oh, hey, we support China's, you know, concentration camps. Then everyone's pissed!
I don't think companies are trying to make people mad. They're just very good at making people
That's very good! I mean, come on. You have to admit, Blizzard
Masters.
Ooh!
Oh yeah, that weird Star Wars fighting game that they made for some reason.
Where Han Solo didn't use his gun until it was like a special or something. Or that no one uses their lightsabers ever.
I think you can play as Chewbacca.
Yeah, I think he like eats people.
You better crush everyone else in that game.
Oh, more Hercules.
Don't you mean Heracles?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna go in the Fate route, yes, Heracles is definitely the best. I see you're a man of culture.
There's some more Croc.
Ooh.
Is that Alien vs. Predator?
Yeah.
Was Alien vs. Predator a thing?
Yeah.
Oh shit. They had buffets.
They've had multiple. They've had at least one movie. I think they've had multiple. They've had multiple Alien vs. Predator games.
So what, is this Evolve, the first one?
Oh, DreamWorks.
Oh, what are they doing?
Ah.
Ooh.
I know that
One
I
of the
played
few
Heretic,
games.
but I didn't really like Jurassic Park that much. I think it's pretty boring.
I actually played this one.
We had a PS1. I'm a little too young to remember it, but this is one of the few games I vaguely remember. The other two are a Spider-Man game and a Scooby-Doo game.
Nice.
Look at that
But
boy
yeah,
go.
Look at him go! Don't get stepped on!
You were about to say Redford?
Oh, I was just saying I played this game before. It was really hard because game design.
Something.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Survive.
Oh no.
Lost World
But there was one before this. It was just called Jurassic Park, and I believe it was on the NES, where you get to play as like the hunter.
Oh yeah, like it's a first-person explorator. No. They had an over-the-top view, and then when you went into certain areas, it went into like a first-person dungeon crawler type of view.
Yeah, and that one always got me killed when it went in first-person because I couldn't figure out how to shoot my gun. Or I didn't know if you were supposed to run away from the dinosaurs or something.
Like you didn't know if it was a Resident Evil type thing where you're not supposed to fight everything?
Yeah, and I was trying to shoot all the dinos, and then it kept saying, you died, because you got eaten like a biatch. Yeah, I could never get to the T-Rex phase. Being the small creature phase is really hard.
I think it's a raptor. A velociraptor.
Maybe. It looked kind of like one of those little tiny ones before the Velociraptor.
Well, we've learned many new things about dinosaurs since the first Jurassic Park. So
that all of them are furry instead of scaly.
They've got feathers. Yeah, I think one of the things that was learned is that dinosaurs had feathers.
Yeah, since they're more closer related birds rather than lizards.
And I think they also learned something about like T-Rexes being herbivores or something.
I think they were more scavengers.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, at least.
They were just giant vultures.
Basically, T-Rexes aren't nearly as cool as we thought they were.
But however, the Spinosaurus is still as cool as we thought it was. The only problem is other animals kept flipping it over and snapping its spine in half because its spine was connected to its dorsal fin. So it didn't make it that far, let's put it like that. The only things that were cool were in the ocean because they were ginormous, but then, you know, they ate everything and died.
That's still the same. Like, a lot of the cool shit that we haven't discovered. That being, marine people haven't found.
Marine biologists.
Yeah. Everybody's like space, but I'm like, the ocean, bro.
The oceans is huge.
And that seems like a more doable thing.
Look, I'm just waiting for
in the ocean.
Elon
It really is.
to get on those cat girls.
He's not.
But what if he
Elon
does?
is overrated media hype.
But what if he does make cat girls?
I'm sure, like,
impossible.
he's decent at what he does, but, you know, the memes boost his popularity somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just spending money to increase his image. It's very
Dungeon
obvious.
Keeper.
So,
yeah, they had Ultima Online as well.
This brings up an important question, guys. If cat girls become a thing, should they become government-owned or private citizen-owned?
They're not going to have sex with you if they become a thing. That's all I'm saying.
But, you know, cat girls, they have the one always really cat horny thing.
Honestly,
I play Nekopara.
even if we do,
Is that how it is?
if cat girls become a thing, I imagine it'll be more like a sort of extreme body mod type thing.
Ew. You mean like the Cats movie?
Where, you know, like a more complicated version of like getting a tattoo or.
Yeah, and then we could deport all the furries.
But when it comes to actually having sex with cat girls, I think we're going to get sex robots before we get genetically modified cat. And we can just make those look like cat girls.
We're getting sex bots, I know that. The X-Files unrestricted access.
Oh, snap. A cool title, not that great game.
X-Files is huge. My brother was obsessed with it since he was like 2 years old.
I mean, the X-File was huge at the time, but I don't believe their games were that great.
This is the year the DualShock debuts.
DualShock controller.
Man.
And then it dominated the market forever.
Remember before controllers had analog sticks?
Yeah, those are awful days.
Look at him fondling them.
It's just like,
That's
oh
right.
my gosh. He should add some sound effects of him just going, oh yeah, come on, just a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that security thing.
The controller used to be black. We're not sure what happened.
You joke, Redford, but there are people who do very questionable things with their anime figurines.
Well, I mean, we're talking to a group of cultured individuals here that may or may not have indulged in that culture before. So I think we're all on the same page here. Not that any one of us would admit to that. Not me. Nope.
I'm not afraid to say it. I got fleshlights. I don't need to worry about coming on Hatsune Miku.
Well, I mean, see, I think that's better than a toy, personally, because, you know, it's actually designed for the pleasure of the self. Instead of a toy, which is a toy. I don't know how people get off to that, in all honesty.
When you're saying toy, are you referring to the anime figurines?
The figurine.
Yeah, because you can also refer to a fleshlight as a toy.
This is true. It's just, there's a difference between a sex toy and a doll. I mean, I just don't, unless it's a sex doll, then that's a different story. Yeah, Metal Gear! Oh, dude, I remember playing the GameCube version of this. Twin Snakes. It was a really good. I thought it was a good remake, but I'm a pleb who likes first-person shooters, so it turned into a first-person shooter pretty quick.
Yeah, I think the main complaints people had with it were some of the directorial changes.
And the voice acting.
Yeah, and the fact that they implemented MGS2 mechanics without changing the boss and enemy design to, you know, accommodate.
You can cheese like the first couple bosses with the.
Well, you can cheese the whole game of the original. I've seen a speed run where apparently the sound that you make when you equip something can actually mask your position.
Yep.
And you can just like run past people with constantly equipping and unequipping grenades.
Oh,
yep,
that's
it's crazy.
fucking amazing.
You should watch it. It's fun to watch.
Konami will open. Oh no, we're gone.
Mystical Ninja.
Oh, is this Goemon? Yeah, it's Goemon, I think.
Oh, I love this game. Do you want to know why? Because I died on purpose just to hear the funny screams that they make.
Let me just double check to see if Nintendo's coming up. It's not. I'm gonna go heat up food. I'll be back up in 2-3 minutes.
It's okay. Redford got here late, so we can do most of the talking.
Okay.
So, but seriously, play this game. Go to the mountain region where there's this giant volcano that you can fall in. If you fall into it, they make the funny sounds like "Hiya!" and that kills me. I don't know. I was a weird kid. I liked killing myself in games just to see what the death animations were. I must have been a little twisted while growing up.
Imagine if you stopped that sentence a few words earlier.
I like killing myself. Stop.
I was a weird kid. I liked killing myself.
The parents see me randomly hanging on the ceiling. Cameron, no, not again! I had many close encounters. I saw the light several times, I promise. I can never seem to get that fix I was looking for, though. Again, don't kill yourself, please. But if you want to do it cool. Like, just jump off, like, backflip.
The thoughts and opinions of Redford are not the thoughts and opinions of Casual Pleb Productions. We do not condone suicide in any sense of the word.
I mean, unless you do a backflip?
Even if you do a backflip.
But what if they somersault while doing it?
Still no.
What if they have a Rube Goldberg machine that requires them to somersault all of it?
Just let it go.
Oh, well, I mean, there's certain people that let it go, too.
Evan doesn't know what he's missing.
It's like the moment he leaves. So let's talk about deaf people.
Oh, well, deaf people or dead people, Redford. Because those are two very different things.
So, wait, if they're dead and they're deaf, does that mean they're still dead and deaf, or are they just dead?
I'm going to drop this line of conversation.
Oh man, you should have just ignored the line part. Dropped.
I'm gonna drop it in a river and just let it go wherever the fuck it winds up.
Like a sack of dumb puppies. No. DBZ quote? Come on. No, you didn't watch DBZ abridged? You uncultured swine, we must rectify this. Eventually. Which game's this?
Oh, hey, Oddworld.
I don't remember this one.
It's another one of those PS1 classics. Basically, you play as a member of the slave race, and you have to liberate your people.
Nice.
If you look closely, you see that their overlords actually sew their mouths shut.
Ha! Lol. That's smart. They can't backtalk you. Who needs slaves that can talk and think for themselves when you can use just slaves that work for you? That's great. Wait, isn't that a robot?
They say it's the biggest meat processing plant on our world. That's me. My name is Abe. I used to work here. Well, I was really a slave.
The voice acting on this is superb.
Then I learned they were gonna turn us.
Seriously, why don't they just replace them all with machines? Wouldn't that be more effective?
I had to escape. So, get me out of here and help me rescue the others.
Well, I mean, there's a cutscene. But seriously, why don't they just replace them with robots? Wouldn't that be a lot more efficient and you wouldn't have to deal with escape attempts like this? Am I thinking too hard about this? Oh look, an actual tutorial system. Man, the Overlord's quite nice for just leaving all these tutorials for the escapees to figure out. Oh, it's convenient that you can't fall to your death by accident. Seriously, I can't tell if the Overlord wants him caught or not. Because, you know, he keeps telling him how to escape, but he keeps sending guards after him to kill him, so... I don't know. Am I thinking too hard about this?
Ludonarrative dissonance. Redford.
A little? I don't know. Those signs are pretty much right in there. Oh, well, he died. That makes sense. That's actually a great plan. The Overlord's trying to help him, give him a sign of hope that he can get out, only to take it away from him at the last minute. That makes sense. That's actually genius. I mean, it makes your fear that much greater if you have like a sign of hope that you can get out of the thing that you're afraid of.
Man, look at that old ass keyboard.
Ooh, man, back when computers were... Why do I feel like I know this game?
It's called Forsaken, if that rings any bells.
Does not. I thought it was a different game. Oh, Batman and Robbie.
I think Evan's back.
Yep.
You missed out on the greatest conversation ever.
While you were gone, me and Redford talked about suicide.
Hooray!
Hooray! See? He's on board!
Wow, this game looks just as good as the movie.
Doesn't it?
In case you didn't see what the game is, Evan, it's Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I wonder.
That when the Batmobile actually looked cool, instead of now in the TV show, it just looks like a regular car, the bat symbol on it. He just tried to run someone over. I hope you guys saw that. Batman doesn't kill people, though.
Now, crippling them for life, that's A-okay.
That's fine. It's way better than death. I don't know, if I was crippled for life, I'd just say, kill me. Why would you just kill me?
To be fair, though, even Batman openly acknowledges that he is not the most stable of individuals.
I think, wasn't that the conversation he had with the Punisher? And the Punisher's like, well, you have no room to talk. I just get the job done. I mean, we like to pretend there's a fine line between the Batman and the Punisher, but they're basically the same, except the Punisher finishes the job. Yeah, he finishes the job. They're like, please kill me. The Punisher's like, well, that's what I'm here to do. Bang.
Except for when he works with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man manages to talk him into using non-lethal rounds.
Which is dumb. It's dumb.
I actually enjoy those issues. They have a weird but very interesting dynamic.
I mean, the dynamic's fine, but it's just kill them already, even while their misery. What is this? Is this? Is Spore?
Can you show me where you read comics online? I want to read the original Conan the Barbarian.
Ooh, there you go.
Because Marvel's redoing it now, so I know it's gonna suck. So I'm gonna read
Oh, yeah.
the old one.
Read the old one where they're all buff macho men having sex with beautiful women. That's the good Conan I know.
Yeah.
But apparently that's sexist, so whatever.
But Redford, now that we live in an age and a day where homosexuality is okay, we could have a comic where buff macho women have sex with busty women, and everyone is happy.
Maybe, but I'm not really that into buff women, to be honest.
That's what
Just
the busty. That's why they have sex with busty women, Redford.
But that just makes it less. That's 50% less hot then.
Are you saying buff macho men are hot to you?
No, gosh no. I like it when it's busty women and busty women. I think that makes sense. See, it's gay if a man's in the picture. It's partially gay, because you're a little gay if you're watching a man have sex with a woman. But if it's a woman on woman, you're a dude, it's not gay. There's no gay in it, because there's no dude in it.
So traps are gay.
Well, okay, definitely if you're Schrodinger's slong, because if you can't observe the penis, then you don't know if it's a dude. But if you're actively trying to... Yeah, but if you're actively trying to observe the penis, then you might be gay. So, yeah, trust me, I can...
Consensus will observe it if you're having sex with a trap. Just saying.
Well, I mean, you don't know unless they're tucking. But then, hey, you've observed the penis, then it's gay. But if you're not satisfied with my theory on Schrodinger's slong, we can always use the pH scale to determine if traps are gay. So if we put, gay on one side of the spectrum, and then we put straight on one side of the spectrum, then traps are somewhere in the middle because they're both gay and not gay, so they're actually neutral on the pH scale. So therefore, traps aren't gay.
You heard it here, folks.
So, I mean, hey, I've got two theories, and two theories makes a theory that much stronger. So Schrodinger's slong and the pH scale.
Oh, yeah.
See, even my wife who's standing next to me would agree. Traps aren't gay, right? Okay, well, she completely disagrees with me. Okay, anyways.
Your wife is... You see, Redford, your wife is actually a woman of culture, unlike you.
Right? She's like, well, if you keep talking about this, we're gonna start having problems. So, like, whoops. Disagree. What is this, StarCraft?
I have no idea what this is. They put the title up on screen, but I couldn't read the font.
That is the... Let's just wait till he gets a better digital camera in the future.
Yo, is that Microsoft Solitaire in the background?
Maybe.
The music.
Something police? G police?
Yeah.
The future police.
That's a great logo, by the way. I love it. The Psygnostic one?
It's pretty freaky, yeah.
Back when police games would be okay, but now we can't have police games because apparently that's racist somehow.
You know, I'm pretty sure we still can have police games. I just don't think there's much of a demand for them.
That may be true. Also, have you noticed that a lot of police skins for like characters, like you can change their skins, they're getting removed from games because apparently that's racist somehow?
If that's actually happening, I haven't heard of it.
It's in Overwatch specifically, if I remember right. But then,
well,
they have a
Overwatch is
tendency to
very
remove things.
clearly, to me, one of those games, those products that includes diversity for the brownie points, the media clout, rather than for the actual sake of diversity.
Right. I mean, like, there's a difference between diversity, forced diversity, and just naturally inclusive diversity.
Like, I'd say
Like,
early Overwatch was an example of actually inclusive diversity, but early Overwatch is also when Blizzard started going down the shithole.
Fair.
Yeah,
Like, I
Formula
think
1 was really big back then, too. It was, like, cutting edge. Super dangerous.
Yeah, I heard it was better than Ridge Racer at the time.
I'll bet.
Remember the days of split screen,
Players!
boys?
Dude, who hasn't cheated in split screen? I'm just saying.
I haven't, because I didn't have any friends.
You're a screen-looking hack, aren't you?
I didn't have friends. Ouch.
I didn't have friends, and my brother was going through that phase of, I'm an adult now, so I don't play video games anymore.
Oh gosh, that age-old saying. I mean, if you just don't want to play video games, just say it.
No, it was literally a phase. He plays them now again.
Oh, because people tell you in order to be adult you can't play games. That's stupid. It's like saying in order to be adult you can't play football because you only do that when you're a kid. You know, I think that they don't understand logic.
Yes,
that's all.
But you know, Redford, video games cause school shootings, so...
Oh, right. And they also happen to be football players in their past, too, so it had to be footballs had to contribute to that. But yeah, I did a research paper on why video games don't cause shootings, and that it's all a bunch of bullshit. And then someone in my class got really mad, because they're like, oh, that's all wrong, that's all wrong, you can't say that.
It's always been BS. I know I did a paper on that, too.
This is one of those times I can't tell if Redford is joking or not.
Oh, I'm not. It was one girl because she knew someone that got shot by a school shooter, and because she knew that person, and she heard that the person played video games, she believed video games cause school shootings, even though the guy had mental problems from the get-go, and he happened to be doing a lot of things besides video games.
Well, in that case, I wouldn't agree with her, but it's at least understandable, because if she knew someone who was a victim of that, you know, in that kind of situation, you want to look for someone to blame.
A scapegoat.
Yeah.
She wanted a scapegoat to make herself feel better, which is, you know, that's what people do to cope, but it's not a healthy way to cope.
Yeah.
There are better ways, but again, people are people and they will be people.
Yep.
Different strokes for different folks, right?
You just gotta remember, the human race was a mistake.
Well, we have to admit that, you know, the human race has done some good things, and they've done some terrible things.
Mostly terrible things.
What do you mean? The internet was great!
I'll agree with you on that.
Or the ability to say, I have the ability to agree to disagree with you. That was not a mistake.
I think I'll disagree to agree with you on that one.
That's fair. But what if we agree to disagree on that instead? The fact that you're disagreeing to agree with me. I'm still waiting. Nothing's happening. Dang it.
Yeah, because we're so engrossed by Power Soccer 2.
Where's the power part?
Where's the power?
It has a slightly more anime aesthetic.
Oh, I thought it was because they were white, that's why they had power. Never mind. Whoops.
I'd like to remind you all that the thoughts and opinions of Redford are not the thoughts and opinions of Casual Pleb Productions. Please
have it flash on the screen.
You need to start. You need to start making a sub videos if you ever stop being lazy, called Redford Out of Context.
If I ever hire an editor, that's the first thing I'm gonna get them to make.
Redford Out of Context. I used to kill myself for fun. Out of context. Oh look, back when you can't see their eyes. Whoa, that face was weird. Did you see how elongated his face was? Holy crap! This is nightmare fuel, guys. They saw that, right? They didn't see that.
Their hats are over their eyes, dude. They can't.
That's fair. Like, what is this? This is disgusting. That didn't just happen. The horn just expanded. It expanded in girth and length. What?
Well, this is the maiden voyage, if you know what I mean.
Or in the words of Marshall,
I'll be sure to link this video to Marshall.
Oh, for sure. Oh, his hat's off. He can see. He can see now.
No, his eyes were always visible.
Oh. Respect, Inc.? What?
Seems like a cartoony Mafia game. Shadow Master?
Oh, snap. He's definitely the master of something.
I can't wait until we're just watching one of these and suddenly Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts! Someone's fanfiction published into a video game? Like, what if we put all the Disney characters together and then my main character was in it and he was like super cool?
Fun fact, originally, the reason they made Sora the main character is because they couldn't decide which Disney character to make the main character. I believe Disney wanted Donald Duck and Square wanted Mickey Mouse.
That's weird. You'd think Disney would have wanted Mickey.
Yeah, well, I forget which wanted which, but those were the two picks.
I think Donald Duck would have been an interesting main character.
Also, there was a point in time where Sora was actually going to be a human lion hybrid with a chainsaw sword.
I would have been okay with that. That would have been more interesting, actually.
The chainsaws to Kingdom Hearts.
The chainsaw to Kingdom Hearts.
The saw blade.
That's the timeline we could have been on.
Just, I mean, imagine like all the they could have added glory kills with that, and then Donald Duck's like, no.
I find that especially interesting because if you'll remember,
oh
Evan,
god, it's Tamagotchi, guys.
Yeah, because Evan, I find the beta design for Sora especially interesting, Evan, because do you remember what animal he turned into in the Lion King world?
He turned into a lion?
Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
And
Tamagotchi,
Goofy,
everybody had a Tamagotchi, except for me.
Yeah, and whenever you turn into animals, Goofy turns into a turtle for some reason, even though I think he's supposed to be a dog.
Yeah, he's already a dog. Is that a ovary? Oh no, that's a Tamagotchi.
That's a giant Tamagotchi.
Okay, it looked like a giant ovary for a second.
That's someone they made wear a giant Tamagotchi.
Whoever was in the suit better be getting paid at least 11 an hour.
Oh, they have scalpers for Tamagotchi.
Oh, truth.
I mean, Tamagotchis were basically like Beanie Babies.
Yeah, except digital. It was like a 2-year craze.
Do you love how close that reporter was getting to people? Like, his face was like really close to a lot of those people. I mean, seems a little suspicious.
You wouldn't be able to get away with that today. You wouldn't be able to get away with that in current year, would you, Redford?
Nope. I don't think that you can do that nowadays.
Do what?
Get your
really
face
close
really
to someone's face.
So, you like the game?
Yeah, you can't do that in current year, Evan.
I believe you can do it, Redford.
Oh.
Never say never.
Never say never.
What system is this?
I think this is this a Philips CDI?
Oh gosh, it is.
Mr. Potato Head.
No.
I'm not sure, but are you generally confirming that identification?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this console. It's food.
No, I think this is just merchandise.
Oh, it looked like food. It was just so colorful. No wonder why kids ate everything back in the 90s. No, Jimmy, you're not supposed to put that in your mouth. That's a box.
Prototype. Did you see those prototype Joy-Cons?
Watch your step,
Oof.
please. Bring your driver's license.
Ooh, graphics.
Any hazards in the road. Don't get too close.
Wait, what hazards are there?
Do you hear those Final Fantasy menu noises in the background, Evan?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, look, $7,495 for that? Wow.
For a
Computers were
desktop
expensive back
workstation,
then.
I mean, that's more
Look how
expensive
shitty
than my
the screen
computer.
is, too.
I'm just saying that's more expensive than the computer I have, and it's technically way better in every way.
Well, it's almost like 23 years have passed since this expo.
It's almost like time has passed.
I can't tell if this is meant to be a tech demo or a game cutscene in a game.
Tech demo, probably.
Realistic 3D movement, cutting edge graphics, and women.
No, we're not into the age of. Well, no, we're on Tomb Raider free. Female video game protagonists are starting to become more of a thing, especially since survival horror games are starting to pick off, and they really love making the main character a woman.
I thought that was great. See, it's really sad that a lot of the people that are like, there needs to be more female protagonists in video games, don't look at the past at all. For epic,
they're always constantly in year zero. That's one of the aspects of those kind of people.
I will admit that there could be a little more diversity, but at the same time, some of those people do act like there is zero representation.
They just want to destroy
instead
what
of
exists. They don't actually care about making other games.
Some of those people do act less like it's underrepresented and more like it's not represented at all, which isn't true. I could say it's a little underrepresented. We could maybe have a little more diversity, but it's not as bad as some people make out. And B, if you want to be the change you want to see.
Right. Exactly. Stop telling others.
Their objective, though. Their objective is power, is grabbing power and destroying existing frameworks, and then they just move to the next one. They never learn.
I would like to point out that that Evan is a little more right wing than me.
Yes.
A little. And I feel like, Evan, you're the kind of person who's very prone to at least looking into conspiracy theories.
Like, if somebody says something, I'm gonna, what's the source of it? Well, not the source, but, where does this come from? Where does this idea come from? And what were the goals of this person? And, how did it progress through history? I'm very much that kind of person. So, yeah, occasionally that gets me into conspiracy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it basically sounds like you look for the evidence, though.
In my mind, there's okay, well, did people actually plan this? Conspiracies? And then there's, alien gobbledygook bullshit. I don't care much for the latter, but the former, absolutely.
Meanwhile, Redford's Mormon, so that just explains everything.
I don't know if that explains everything, because I guess a lot of things I say don't really hold well to
He's a bit eclectic for a Mormon. I'll definitely admit that.
They say I'm a tad bit more down to earth.
Those are not the words I would use to describe you, Redford.
Okay, I'll take that. So you kind of left off on a cliffhanger there. You didn't say what you're thinking. Words describe Redford. Go on, Evan.
I know that Redford's part of some crazy eugenics experiment.
Voodoo kid. Oh, Evan, here's the Nintendo stuff. We've got Space Invaders.
Mario 64, Star Fox 64. Let's go.
Nope, we've got some
breakup. I still never got 120 stars.
Ooh, Hudson. I know. I think they're a dead company now.
Yeah. I cannot read that font.
This. If the screen wasn't so shitty.
Is it the screen, or is it the camera, or both?
No, it's the fact that the screen is, I forget what it's called, but it's flickering constantly.
Okay, so this
It's actually
looks
really,
like,
really bad for your eyes.
What's that genre that Power Rangers and like Kamen Rider are from?
Sentai.
Sentai, yeah, that looks like a Super Sentai fighting game.
Super Sentai, Super Sentai.
Goku Sentai.
Oh look, Donkey Kong. Oh, Donkey Kong and Banjo and
Star Fox.
Yeah, Star. Oh, I think that's Star Fox.
Banjo Kazooie, GoldenEye, Star Fox 64.
Yeah, I think that's
Zelda 64 before it got its title.
Yeah, I thought
Mario
that.
Kart 64.
And they
Wow.
really love the number 64.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they had all these freaking amazing games. I never beat Banjo Kazooie though.
Touch the giant joystick.
I see what you did there, Shaden.
What did I do there, Redford?
I thought it was a sexual reference. Touch the giant joystick.
Did I do you?
I mean, you could have in your mind. I don't know.
Oh hey, Conquer Spatford, yeah. Remember when this was meant to be like a kids platformer? And then they were like, man, this is fucking lame. Fuck this. Let's fuck it up.
Conker's Bad Fur Day still has some pretty fun multiplayer, albeit unbalanced.
Oh, absolutely. Have you ever? It's actually all on the Xbox.
Actually,
they released the collector's edition.
I think that gameplay footage was from the version that was meant for kids.
Yeah.
Ooh, 007?
GoldenEye was absolutely huge. Hard game, actually.
I think it's still being. I think it's still one of the most popular games to speedrun.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Even though it's been like so super optimized at this point.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Yeah. There's this one level where you just run, and you have to throw a mine at a specific angle to beat it. It's really hilarious. Oh, don't use that gun. The sniper rifle sucks ass in that game.
Well, can you aim down the sight with it?
Yes, but it's still, you don't need to do that. You never do that in GoldenEye.
I'd say it would be useful, except from what I've seen, GoldenEye takes place indoors 90% of the time, which means you're probably never far enough away to make use of it.
I don't remember the actual lineup. I could play this game again, like, relatively quickly.
I could never beat the tank level without a cheat. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, that's an easy level.
It's just I kept getting shot, and I didn't know how
I
to.
can never beat the Egyptian without cheats. Because like it's too hard.
Well, I hear that there's a technical glitch you can do as long as you're looking at your watch. You won't take damage. Is it me, or do they keep hiring the same people to do these devs? Or whatever. Oh, no, that's actually just some dude in a suit.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because James Bond is a notorious womanizer, they got these, they hired people so you could take pictures.
That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, if I could get in a monkey suit and hold a frickin' silenced pistol while babes are clinging on me, I'd pay money for that.
Would you define what that man was wearing as a monkey suit, Redford?
Well, I mean, isn't that what it is?
I'm just gonna let that hang.
What do you mean? Everyone calls tuxedos monkey suits. Right? Or am I still in the 90s with that? I feel like I'm missing something here. Evan, help me out. Shaden's not talking.
No way in, no way out.
Okay, now I know something's happened and I don't know what happened.
Is this like meant to be 3D Tetris or something? Because it's got like the Tetramino shapes.
A lot of racing games in '97. They all look pretty good too.
You say as he drifts into a wall.
Yeah.
This one does not look that great. Like,
I think it's Ridge Racing.
It looks kind of slow and very slippery.
But that's how cars work, don't you know that?
Yeah, but fuck realism.
But why don't we play Red Dead Redemption 2? It's all about realism.
I'd rather play Undead Nightmare.
Ooh, there you go.
Is that another game?
Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
Oh, it's the zombie mode.
Basically, in case you actually aren't aware, Evan, Red Dead Redemption had a DLC. I think it was one of those rare standalone DLCs where you could get it even if you didn't have the base game.
Nice.
And it's basically its own little game with its own story and everything, where it's just John Marston, the main character, Red Dead Redemption, and suddenly zombie apocalypse in the Old West. And they add other stuff in, like you can get special horses that are based on the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. You can hunt down a Bigfoot. And in the Wild West zombie apocalypse, you can hunt down Bigfoot.
That's pretty funny.
And of course, because it's still Red Dead Redemption, you can hog tie zombies and tie them to railroad tracks.
Yep. Red Dead Redemption was ahead of its time for sure.
I tried playing it, but I got stuck and gave up because I couldn't get a good handle on the horse controls, and they wanted you to race someone on a horse, and I couldn't do it.
Those were a little janky. A little janky.
So I was like, yeah, no, fuck that.
Oh snap! It's Street Fighter.
Is this Soul Calibur? I don't think this is Soul Calibur.
Bro, it's Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes. I recognize Venom and his iconic longsword.
Yeah, can't you see that's Wolverine and his iconic bow staff?
Yeah. We made Evan laugh. That's a good sign.
It just means that the audience is gonna go, oh no.
Morphex is a strange energy being and is known to attack only when provoked. It's speculated. No, it's moving too fast. Sorry.
So wait, this is the video game developers being lazy?
Yeah, basically.
Morphex, he's a cool character. You didn't finish him.
No, you see, he looks like that because he's actually a genetic... It's not because we didn't want to texture him. I swear.
That's funny. Morphex, oh look, here he goes. No textures is winning. Look at him go, no textures for the win.
I don't think this one was laziness because it looks like they did go all out in giving him a really weird moveset.
Yeah, he just completely dominates because he doesn't abide by the laws of physics.
They actually had kids on the show floor, okay. I was wondering about that.
Now, wait, where are the adults sniffing them? Or wait, where's Joe Biden in this? I don't see him.
Busy being a senator at this time, probably.
Too busy sniffing someone else.
Too busy putting black people in jail.
Not inaccurate at this time.
Yeah, during the 90s. You can go back and watch the court proceedings. The heck is that thing on top of it?
Is that a
Partner X?
Yeah.
Is that a cheat code device?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's a factory thing.
Oh, it just looks like a Game Shark back in the day.
The Game Sharks weren't that tall though.
That's fair. Oh look, this is they're showing off the power of their engine. It's going into a square to a circle.
3D.
3D graphics.
Do you remember when every movie released in 3D, even though they didn't film in 3D?
Yep.
So it just looked shit?
Oh, every time.
Because
Even
3D
as a
only
kid,
looks good when you use a specific type of camera that no one could have been bothered to use.
Because it's too expensive. Oh, look, silicon graphics technology. So that way you know it's good because it's from the Silicon Valley.
It is. Oh, these are the
Lamborghini
guys that...
64.
This is the company I remember that made Conker Spatford. No, not Conker. Bubsy. Bubsy. They made Bubsy.
Bubsy.
Good
old Bubsy.
We saw some Bubsy. We saw in 1996 Bubsy 3D. Evan has no idea what Bubsy is, Redford. If you'd like to educate him.
Well, I watched enough JonTron to know what Bubsy is, and it's a game that never really took off because it tried to do what other 3D developers did, like, you know, Spyro. It took the idea of Spyro and Mario and tried to combine those, but it did it poorly. So Bubsy never got off the ground.
Are you trying to say Sonic? Because the first Bubsy game came out way before Spyro even existed.
Well, I mean, you're right. But I'm just saying they tried to be the first Spyro, but Spyro did it better.
Right.
That's the best way to compare it.
I shouldn't have asked you to try and educate anyone, Redford.
That's right. I mean, I don't even know why you asked. just watch JonTron. JonTron's great about explaining this crap.
Oh wow, look, they've got an actual car.
Oh, sick. It's the Dukes of Hazzard's car. They like putting that car in there because everybody likes Dukes of Hazzard still. They're still popular.
I don't even know what Dukes of Hazzard is.
Yeah, I think it was more of an American thing, to be honest. Just a bunch of hillbillies doing hillbilly things, but getting away with it. And they always get the girl or something, and they have a cool car. It was a cool car.
It's called Dual Heroes. I was finally able to decipher the font.
Nice. Translation complete.
I think I played this game.
Oh snap, look at that. Move.
Yeah, definitely looks like a Super Sentai themed fighting game.
Super Sentai.
Bomberman 64.
Oh, I had Bomberman 64.
Me too. It was hard to beat the story mode. I bet I can beat it in like 5 hours now, I bet.
Dude, it was impossible.
Over.
Every time, by the way.
Well, there was a question mark, Evan, so it was probably something closer to continue.
No, that was the one after. I read the one before that. I can't read Japanese that fast.
I can't read Japanese. But yeah, no, I always kept kicking the bomb into myself for some odd reason, and that's what got me killed.
Right. Well, as we all know, you liked killing yourself when you were a kid.
I did. It was a lot of the Redford out of context. Oh, look, it's a Gundam game.
Not every mech franchise is Gundam, Redford.
Wait, what? Did you just try to subvert my expectation that every mech is not Gundam?
Yes.
But that's not possible because we all know Gundam's Gundam. There's no such thing besides Gundam.
What about Evangelion?
Isn't that Gundam?
No.
So they call it Gundam Evangelion because they have different titles like Gundam, Gundam Wing, Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Gundam Evangelion.
They're not related.
Gundam Mech Warriors.
No.
I don't know, man. In this day and age, nobody knows anything else but Gundam. This is where they say Redford has trash taste, kick him out. Redford has trash taste, kick him out. Rip.
Oh, well, when I get an audience, maybe.
This will be looked at in years to come, and they'll try and cancel all three of us because of bad takes from years ago that don't matter anymore. Because cancel culture looks back 20 years ago and says, oh no, he did something bad 20 years ago, he's clearly the same person.
Like, for example, Disney trying to fire James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, because of some very clear jokes that were vaguely pedophilic in nature. And they were jokes about it, not because he would, Meanwhile, new Mulan remake comes out, and the main actress mocks the protesters in Hong Kong, and Disney doesn't bat an eye.
Oh, and then Disney directly thanks the concentration camp people for letting them film next to a concentration camp!
Yep.
I mean, and no one says, everyone says that's fine!
It's Disney. I remember liking them as a kid, therefore they can't be evil.
Disney doesn't care about diversity, Disney cares about money.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Which is evidenced by them trying to have their cake and eat it too, by trying to include female protagonists and background gay characters that can be easily removed in the Chinese release where they don't like gays.
Or like how they removed the Finn from Star Wars from the advertising.
No. They keep him on the poster. They just make him very, very small. And,
right.
My favorite example is when they released as the Chinese release of Black Panther, where they just make him have the mask on.
Savage, because they don't want you to know he's black.
Because China...
It's black. Every other character is like black.
Yep. But Disney still tried to pass it off because Chinese don't like black people, apparently.
The only race that's superior is China.
Basically, China, from what I understand, China is like the higher ups, the people in charge of China right now, are kind of like white people when white people were at the height of their racism.
Well, I mean, isn't that like Hitler, though?
Maybe not the height of their racism. I don't think they're getting to Hitler levels, but I don't think they've committed genocide yet.
No, they're committing like religious genocide, basically.
Emphasis
at this point.
On yet.
I mean, look, they already got the concentration camp out there. Lol. Truth. But seriously,
they're gonna delete redheads from the world.
If they do, I don't know. Is that a blessing or curse?
I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm not ginger.
Ginger? No one here's ginger. We need a fourth member that's a ginger communist, then we're complete.
A ginger communist, specifically.
You're not quite a ginger, though. Your head's kind of reddish. Your hair's kind of reddish, though, from what I remember.
But seriously, I love how Disney tries to eat their cake, as you mentioned, Shaden. Because recently
have their cake and eat it too. Yeah.
Yeah, they file. You know the actress that plays in The Mandalorian, who's like super huge. By chance, they fired her, and then immediately after said, "We promote strong women in the film industry." After firing a strong, independent woman. From the film industry.
What was the reason for firing her again? From what I remember, it was pretty weak sauce.
It's because she said that people don't care about diversity, they're just basically using it as a way to get money, and then they fired her for that reason.
Funnily, it's very funny that Disney, of all people, would fire somebody for saying that.
Right. And they fired a woman on top of that, which is apparently something they would never do. But anyways, it was really weak. She compared basically like it was more like, hey, guys, we need to stop hating on people because the Nazis got the people to hate the Jews first before they could take the Jews to a concentration camp. So let's love each other instead of hate each other. And then they fired her because they said she's a Holocaust, sympathizer or something.
Right.
Which is not what she said at all.
I don't know anything about this, so no comment.
Needless to say, it was just hypocritical because it pointed out exactly what she was saying.
Yeah, very light-hearted conversation, guys.
Love light-hearted conversation.
I blame
That's my bread and
Redford.
butter.
I blame Redford for everything.
Before China kidnapped Shada.
Including my father leaving me. That was also Redford's fault.
Oh no.
I mean, hey, you can blame me for everything. I'm a great scapegoat.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything to make himself look
Damn it,
good.
Redford, it's your fault.
I mean, the reason why EA turned to microtransaction, technically my fault when I gave them idea, well, why don't you just charge money for things that they do normally, like breathing or walking?
Redford is to blame for the extinction of Nintendo power.
Redford is where the virus came from.
Redford is the person who was. Redford was on the translation team, head of the translation team for Fire Emblem Fates.
That's savage. Redford was the reason why Aunt Jemima got removed from the syrup company.
Did she really?
Oh yeah, they removed her. That was the Onion posted about it first, and then they got serious about it. They did it.
Aunt Jemima, no.
They said it was racist because Aunt Jemima was black or something. Yep. It is still good syrup, and I'm just
Also,
like, wait a
I had a
minute.
substitute teacher that everybody called Aunt Jemima.
That's hilarious.
Especially the black and Hispanic kids.
Irony. The irony just escaped me.
Yeah, but syrup's really bad for you, obviously.
True.
I can't even think of the last time I had it. Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I think I'm gonna have syrup today. The wife's been talking about making waffles all day today, so I'm probably gonna have syrup today.
Cool.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the kid-friendly version because it's still being called Conquer's Quest. Aren't any sunflowers with huge tits yet.
I should let's play Conker's Bad Fur Day.
You should. I hear it's actually a good game still.
Play the Xbox
multiplayer, it's really
version
fun.
where they revamped the graphics but censored everything because they 100% understand the appeal of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
The appeal of Conker's Bad Fur Day was the fact that it didn't give a shit about what you thought. I mean, literally, there's a level completely dedicated to crap. Just saying. It was a giant.
I'm the big mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
You know it. You knew the level.
I at least know those opening lines because people quote them all the time.
It's a very quotable game for
Oh,
sure.
somebody's playing Mario Kart.
Star Fox 64.
I don't know if that's that looks like Star Fox. Just saying.
I was talking about the sound effects in the background. Someone got one of the item boxes.
Hey, remember when Nintendo used to show up for these conventions? They don't go anymore.
Well, no, because they've got their own better version of E3.
Right. Oh, and Sony's now doing the same thing too, which is hilarious.
Or at least they're trying to, but they haven't really been able to get the what was it PlayStation Showcase? I don't even remember what it's called. Anyway, they weren't able to inject as much personality into it as Nintendo Direct, so it didn't take off quite as much.
Is this a workout machine for the system?
Dude. This never went off the ground because nobody wants to work out while they play their games.
Yeah.
You say that, Redford, but look at VR.
Hi, how you doing? Fine.
Well, you can sit down for a lot of VR games.
It's called a tangential workout, I'd say.
From Germany.
Oh, that's fair, but I mean, I do own a VR machine, so I understand the.
You've ever heard the term tangential learning?
It sounds like something a child molester would say, but no.
Tangential learning is where a piece of media uses like a thing from mythology or science or maths or anything like that, and it gets you interested in it, so that you then go on to look up what it is, and you learn tangentially.
Oh, kind of like Age of Mythology, that really obscure computer game.
You're gonna learn some Greek from that game for sure.
Oh, the play stick. When they completely...
is this like a DualShock analog for people who didn't buy the DualShock?
Yep.
Oh, Jeff.
Oh, look at this, the gamer glove.
Actually cool. I wish they had those for fighting games.
Yeah, I still think we should adopt the full gamer like VR headsets. Where you get absorbed into the game. You know
what? I think they should. You want to know my idea for? You want to know my design for a VR headset? Take a biker helmet, right?
Okay.
Remove the visor.
Okay.
And then just fill the inside of the helmet with screens.
Sweet. Isn't that what they did with original VR headsets?
So it's just like 360 degrees of just screens. So that you have full peripheral vision.
That could be interesting. But no, back to your comment, Evan, not Sword Art Online, because Sword Art Online is actually a terrible game if you look at its actual game design. Yeah. Like, nobody would play the game, period.
There are actual videos where people look at the game design elements of Sword Art Online that they present in the anime, and it's an awful game.
Like, who would play a game where monsters don't respond? So you're playing an MMORPG, right? And then the guy ahead of you, who's a beta tester, kills all the first level monsters. So now you can't kill any level 1 monsters because there's only level 10 monsters left. But you're too low level to get them until you die. Game over. That's terrible.
People just stay in the beginning town and do a craft for 2 years.
Yeah, they do a craft, but they can't actually progress.
Oh, because, like, isn't the thing with Sword Art Online, like, the monsters don't respawn?
They don't.
Yeah.
At all. Not even the bosses. So only one person gets boss loot, period. So Kirito's awesome coat that he gets, there's only one of those.
Yeah, that's why there's a stigma against beta testers, right? Because they got a bunch of cool shit that most players won't be able to get.
Well, that's because they...
Sword Art Online is that they focus on all the wrong stuff, like the bad romance of life. And they skip all the interesting stuff. What would it actually be like to live in this game?
Yeah, let's get a close-up shot of that camel toe in the opening sequence.
Yeah, you saw that, did you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in the
And also,
sequences.
let's have this plot where Kirito's romance from the first MMO he got stuck in gets kidnapped by this businessman who for some reason wants to live out his life as an elf in this other MMO, and from what I remember, borderline rapes her, right?
Well, yeah, he does rape her.
Well, he basically, like, Sword Art Online villains are lazy, so
the video's
the writer
over.
always writes them as weirdo rapists, just as a shortcut.
Yep. So, apparently there was a season of Sword Art Online that didn't have Kirito in it, and it was the best season.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because it took out, like...
you're talking about. It was pretty okay.
It was okay, because it focused on what Evan said, the better parts of Sword Art Online.
Like, apparently, every time they focus on something that isn't Kirito, it gets significantly better.
Oh, yeah. That's because there's actual stakes.
Okay, so that's the initial video done. Now we've got, I'd say, a good hour or two left for us to just
Wait.
Yeah, I have like an hour
Yeah, yeah.
before D&D.
where we can scan through this playlist and cherry pick a few videos.
Cherry pick no jutsu.
Now, the one that stands out immediately to me is Metal Gear Solid E3 9097 720p banned trailer.
Why is it banned?
I don't know, but let's find out. Maybe. Let me know when you have the video up.
What if it's just like a troll video?
Classic MGS Tappy motif. Classic MGS Tappy motif, musical presentation front. Since Konami Computer Entertainment and Kojima Productions removed from their servers all the trailers from MGS1, MGS2, many from MGS3, including their expansions, The Twin Snakes, the digital graphic novel, and the first 2 trailers from the portable ops, this video will be removed when Konami uploads an official, unrelated, high-quality version with Tappy MGS1 motif. Notice, all my videos were ripped from official Konami-released promos or in-game extras or documentaries, not bootlegs or taken from other websites or analog recording. All upscaled to 7020p, some in low res, blah blah blah. Okay. So basically, this is like a trailer that Konami had in like a promotional disc or on their website at some point.
Right.
That just got taken down and someone like re-uploaded.
Nice.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Knockoff version of the MGS theme. Ooh. The following preview has been approved for all audiences.
Oh snap.
Ah. Is this the layout they had in the final game? It feels a little different, and I can't tell if that's just like the quality of the video or not.
It's just the lighting.
Yeah.
It happens during the day in the game.
No, it doesn't. Like this is the. At the very least, it's there's enough of a snowstorm out that it looks like it's nice out. I think you're thinking of the MGS4 version, where you go there in the day. And they really wanted you to see Meryl doing exercise. You know what's throwing me off? It's the camera angles. Because MGS1 had fixed camera angles. Oh, the iconic noise. So it looks like you fought Gray Fox in the hallway at the excursion.
Oh, no way.
from the directors of Snatcher and Police Knots.
Yep.
I remember this section where if you have Sniper Wolf's handkerchief equipped, the wolves won't attack you.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So why not just shoot the wolves anyways?
Because I'm not a monster, Redford.
Whoa, they attacked me first. You know, they're coming right for us.
This is unrealistic. He would be dead if he was using this much firepower.
Lol.
Like, MGS1... MGS1 specifically, if you got caught in alert, you don't fight your way out of that. You just run. Unless it's like a boss fight or you get cornered.
Right.
You are not meant to win direct head-on fights. Get the fuck up, dude.
That's pretty much how I played Metal Gear Solid the first time.
Yeah, and how far did you get, Evan?
To the part where he got tortured because the PC version, you just couldn't mash your way out of it.
Well, isn't there like an alternate version? Yeah. If you fail that QuickTime event, you can still beat the game. You just save Otacon instead of Meryl.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's fine. I beat it on the PS2.
Honestly, though, I'd say going on the snow scooter with Otacon, that's the canon ending.
That's fucking cool. You kill everybody. You bomb everything in the game. That's awesome.
So clearly, this is Konami wanting this to be more of an action game than Kojima.
It is an action game.
Yeah, but more of an action game than Kojima did. Because I don't think you could blow up the base in the final version of it.
Well, it blows up on its own, but...
Okay. Back to the playlist. Let's see, what should we pick out next?
Ocarina of Time beta, that's only 35 seconds though.
Crash Bandicoot 2, PlayStation Underground, 12 Tales, Conquer... You know what? Yeah, Conquer 64. That sounds like a good one. So that's video 18 on the playlist. And when we are ready, 3, 2, 1. So this is what would eventually become Conquer Bad Fur. What are your impressions of it?
It's so kidding. You know, it's like they made a kids game, and they're like, this game is boring. Let's add a bunch of other stuff onto it and make it
Redford, is it just me or is Evan suddenly very quiet?
No, I think Evan's still normal.
Maybe my audio mixer did some automatic bullshit to some degree.
I'm literally closer to my mic right now.
Yeah, if anything, Evan's gone from Ultra Evan to Super Epic Evan.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. Funnily enough, Evan, that's exactly what happened. They were making a kid's collectathon platformer akin to Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. they felt it was being really dull, really boring, and wasn't getting any traction. So they just said, fuck it.
That was a good decision. They added so much stuff to it that made it unique. Crash Bandicoot 2. I'm really interested in it.
Okay, I think we've seen enough of this. Okay. One video we've got to see because it's we got to look at because of it's kind of a landmark title is video 12 in the playlist, which is the Half-Life teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let me just... Y'all ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
which trailer?
Always.
Half-Life, 1997.
Oh, no.
Never played that game.
It's video...
Alpha Tech demo?
12 in the playlist.
Oh, okay, not the Alpha Tech demo. All right, because there's another one.
Yeah.
Teaser, okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Made by Valve Software. So, you know, before they made Steam. Oh my god, listen to that 90s fucking Matrix music.
Is that way you know it's good?
This is action music, but they're barely showing any action. Oh, no, there we go.
It's so slow, though.
Yeah, the final version of the game isn't even this slow. So I don't know what's happening here.
Like, everyone plays this in VR now, apparently.
Oh yeah, you can. You know, it's a wonder this took off. The marketing was not that great based on this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Then we've got Resident Evil 2. Do we want to look at the Resident Evil 2 press release? I'm not hearing any objections.
No objections?
So that's video 14 in the playlist. Oh! I'm seeing Eliza Walker. This is the Eliza Walker version of the game. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Capcom press release, E3 1997, Sunnyvale, California. All the mystery, suspense, and horror that video game players loved to fear returns in Resident Evil 2. Taking off where Resident Evil ended, Resident Evil 2 will deliver even more spine-chilling graphics, a new, compelling storyline, and endlessly demanding action. Watch this finish scrolling to the top, and then we get another paragraph. Oh my fucking... Like, why not just have it all at once? Other enhancements to Capcom's blockbuster smash hit include an entirely new cast, faster gameplay, and more enemies, leading to intense, nail-biting action scenes. Like, if you're gonna have more paragraphs, why not just keep one continuous scroll? No. With the goal of capitalizing on a genre-establishing success, Capcom's developers have once again risen to the occasion. Resident Evil 2 plans to earn its own reputation as a PlayStation success. Resident Evil 2 is scheduled to release in May 1997, exclusively for the Sony PlayStation. But then it came out on like the N64 and stuff later, right?
I don't know.
I know Resident Evil 3 did. I forget if after Resident Evil, the highly skilled team of stars has left the area, having made the discovery of clandestine biogenetics. Now referred to as the Umbrella Incident, citizens of this once peaceful town are slowly recovering from the havoc wreaked by the experiments. Around this same time, a high occurrence of seemingly minor skin rash has begun to spread. With Resident Evil 2, there's a new problem in Raccoon City, where death is the preferable option. Leanne Scott Kennedy, a rookie cop whose first assignment is in Raccoon City. And Elza Walker, a college student earning her tuition as a daredevil motorcycle racer. When the first discovery is made of the new and inhuman Terra, police headquarters seems like the best place for... This sequel has some pretty big footsteps to follow. Yeah, I think this is basically just like a concept brief.
Yep.
Okay. We can probably skip the rest of this.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna need to leave for the session soon.
Okay, in that case, Evan, you pick one last thing for us to watch, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay. Is there Parappa the Rappa? We should watch Parappa the Rappa. Oh, Mega... No, that's only 30 seconds. Let's have a look. Crash Bandicoot 2... Tekken 3 competition? No. These clips aren't as good as the last year's one.
If you can't decide on anything, I'd say we just go for the Sega Saturn Galore, because that's about to die.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
I'm pretty sure that's about to die.
Sega Saturn. Where's the Sega Saturn video?
I think it's video 15 in the playlist.
Okay. Let's do that then.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, here we have Sonic R.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep.
Huh. Loud show for.
But anyway, this year's E3 was definitely the dullest I think we've had so far. Just in terms of presentation, at least.
Although we didn't get to actually see the presentation.
Yeah.
Like, it was just basically the show floor.
Yeah. In terms of the actual games, though, there were some good games there, like Crash Bandicoot 2, Tomb Raider 3, Final Fantasy 7.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I was actually a little disappointed with the show floor myself.
Star Fox 64, Mario Kart, like just an all-star lineup of games.
I don't know about you guys, but I was a little disappointed with the show floor, personally speaking.
But fortunately, 2000 is when the PS2 comes out. So if not next week's E3, then the week after, probably 1999, we'll start revving up. And plus, when we get into the 2000s is when E3 becomes more geared towards the public, becomes more of a showcase. Not to mention advancement of, video technology. So we might not be having to put up with VHS tapes too much longer.
Finally, as we saw, the DVD swings were being sold.
And hopefully we get more happy showgirls, because I was disappointed that there were a few unhappy showgirls. They should not have accepted the job application, just putting that out there.
That's basically all I have to say. Evan, do you have any closing thoughts?
97 was a great year. Looking forward to them pimping out these showcases for sure.
And Redford.
I already made my point. Need happier showgirls, but besides that, it was alright. And preferably bigger booby ones. That'd be nice.
Get working on it, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Look, if he can genetically engineer cat girls, he can genetically engineer a way to make boobs bigger without, silicone or whatever it is.
Yes. No more silicone. Down with silicone. But that's my thoughts.
Yeah. Right. So next week is E3 1998 we'll be looking at. Let me just search that in, see what our options are going to be. I'll do a quick screen share with you guys so you can see what I'm seeing. Oh, I forgot to type in E3. Okay, so that's the Scott the Waz video. We've got a playlist. We've got Gamers Point VHS. That's probably going to be the main video we will watch before jumping into the playlist. Yeah. Well. Oh. Trade show video. I think we'll stick with the Gamers Point one. Okay, well, regardless, that was E3 1997. Lots of good games came out that year, but the footage we were able to find of the E3 itself was a little dull. But overall, it was a good year. We'll be seeing you again hopefully next week, assuming these two clods don't sleep in.
So hard when you're working, all the time now.
I'm sure it is, Redford.
Work is work.
Regardless, this is Casual Pleb Productions, signing out.